Yeah, so the doctor just says, you know, you wouldn't be bleeding all the time if you just would stop sticking your finger up there all the time. That was pretty much it. But, you know, hopefully,
I'm glad
2
you managed
weeks'
to get
time.
reattached, mate. That's good.
Well, if we do that, we manage to get away with it. So, it's, and to
Oh,
be fair,
stop,
health
stop,
is
stop.
health. Oh, shit. Oh.
Right. Hello, and welcome to Sanity Check Gaming. Tonight, we will be playing Mutant Year Zero with my wonderful colleagues. I'm just looking at the Twitch stream to see where the hell everyone is. Okay, right. I will introduce everyone. Now, Miri is directly above me.
Hiya.
Miri, what's the name of your character?
Oh, sorry?
What's the name of your character?
Grey Wawapari.
And they are
They're a gearhead.
Nice. And yeah, that'll be exciting. I don't remember if anything interesting happened to your character last week.
Yeah.
You found the bin.
I took my bin back, yeah.
That's right, yeah. Okay, and Richard, who is on this side of me. No, this side of me, because the camera's reversed.
Above me.
There we go, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're on that side, yeah, because the camera's reversed. You're right. Hi, I am Dick Naylor, otherwise known as World Class Hero, co-owner of Sanity Check Gaming, an executive producer, content creator, storyteller for another D&D game I will be on tomorrow, and I will be playing Ulf Simonson, a grunt, who is again, I will say, I like to think is the glue that keeps this group together. Does all the heavy lifting and the bad body work.
Nice. Rachel, who I think is here. I'm just watching my camera. Yeah, she's there. There you go.
Hey, I'm Rachel. I am the CEO of Sanity Check Gaming because, you know,
Is this where we're going?
I dubbed myself as that, so that's what I am. I play Flair, and I'm a stalker.
Yeah,
excuse me, I forgot to say I am the Empress of this entire stream.
We're just going to outdo each other on each introduction.
Just to go over, I'm the Galactic Overlord.
I am God.
As everyone knows, I am the God Emperor.
I am the second
God. Scott, I think you are down here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. It's so hard to work that out because it's all backwards in the same.
Well, we have viewers and people in the chat.
Zach has always kindly followed us because, I don't know, he likes us for some reason.
Imagine liking us.
Okay. He's a good dude. Sorry, Scott. Right, so Scott, who is down here, right, name your character.
Right, I am playing Bogart, who's the chronicler of Mutant, and he's in a bad situation right now.
Just right, he made an interesting decision, which
I made
came out
choices.
to
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to feel the consequences of these choices.
The only reason we're on. This is the only reason this game is running.
Planned it from session 1, and it's like, oh no, this is going to be great. As soon as I go to pull it off, dice, no.
So yeah, this is all comes down to the roll of the dice. And to be fair, you and her rolled a similar amount of dice, and you both rolled low. She only rolled 2 successes, but you only rolled 1. There's also like 2 things are going to happen to Scott because me and Scott were talking about it. We've rejigged it a little bit because this will be funnier. We'll come back to that in a second because it's a fun rule we get to use in Mutant. Okay, so that's who you are. Our other character, Logan, is not here this week. He may be back with us next week. He's very busy now, but we'll get to him when we can. Right, Richard, name something that happened last week.
Scott was firing mine bullets at that weird, crazy snake lady. That's all I'm here for.
Right,
Everything else pales in comparison. Oh, I saved everybody's lives. I saved Mary's life. I saved Scott's life. I saved Gray's life. I saved. I can't remember his character's name.
I don't think you saved my life.
No, I didn't save it. No, that's because I didn't get.
For a change, he didn't save your life. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saving everybody's lives up here. This is what I do. The glue that keeps us together.
The bandages.
You are the cleric.
Yeah.
I am effectively the cleric.
Okay, Mary, something interesting that happened last week.
Oh, hang on.
Bogart.
know.
His name is Bogart.
I thought
Well,
you were
yeah,
on
that's-
the
yeah.
Dodger there.
You know, I said Bogart's life.
Mhm.
But
But
it did
Bogart
happen
has
last
also been
week.
kind to you.
You left the pure plant. You took a walk. You basically made your way back to the Ark, and then you kind of had a chat. And then Scott done something crazy. I mean, Bogart. I'm going to have to get used to calling you character names. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Millie with her copious notes, like, I don't know, stuff. I walked.
I've got notes for a lot of different things in this book, okay?
I think the funnest thing I remember you doing is you made a ghillie suit for a dog.
Oh, I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
That's
fun.
true.
That was
true.
Also, on top of me deciding to fight Snake Lady, I also got both my legs trapped in 2 separate bear traps.
Oh yeah.
That is again
Oh
true.
yeah.
Just as a bit of a thing for that, I actually misremembered the rules. When it's agility that gets damaged, it's meant to be you get knackered and can't walk and you become exhausted.
Mm.
So although I made it bear traps, in future when it's an agility thing, you'll just become so exhausted that you couldn't move. But what doesn't really matter. It's the same outcome either way. Someone had to save
Fine,
your ass.
fine.
Okay, Rachel, anything interesting happened last week that you remember?
I got back my girls and they ate all of their food in one day, and I was for some reason shocked, but then again, children.
They will always find a way to do the dumbest possible thing at any given moment.
Children for you.
Scott, we know what happened to you. Now, at this point, I'd love me to go play the intro. We don't have an intro, so imagine an intro that we have, and then
We will have an intro by next week, won't we, Mary?
I thought,
Various things go past.
yeah. It's like, there we go. I thought like it's mutant. I'll get copyright hits.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Lee. Jesus.
So the scene is our intrepid mutants returning from their successful mission to the pure plant, restoring water to the Ark. They have completed their mission. They have returned heroes. They've came to the centre of town. They've got as much attention as they possibly can. The bosses have turned up to welcome them back and offer them praise and perhaps artifacts and gifts and new missions and perhaps a place within their gang if you want to take it. As they collect together, Scott, who really doesn't like Snake Priestess Diane, decides to get into a mind battle with her. Scott, do you remember what you were trying to do?
I was trying to, because my abilities it's psychic, but it's not the same psychic as hers. I use emotions, so it's like what I was trying to do was make her followers doubt in her, so they would be more likely to believe that she may have gotten rid of one of her followers for some reason.
Well,
however, I feel with this, because she cottoned on and went no.
no, that's not going to happen. Well, as you try to do this, your mind powers kind of spread out, and you can feel them touching the minds of all the people around about her. And it just as it lightly brushes, you turn around and you look at Diane, and her eyes have kind of went more snake-like, and they meet yours, and you feel the pressure of the touch and all the other minds pushing back and coming back to your own mind. And all you can see is her eyes, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger until they encompass everything before you. And you just hear a little laugh, and you say, if it was that easy, then anyone would try. Now, why don't you share everything you have with me, and remember to thank me for this mission that you completed in my name? And you have got the suggestion planted in your mind that the only reason you succeeded is because Diane, your faith in Diane, gave you the strength to carry on and help.
Oh dear.
Love it.
Nice.
This is what he was trying to get off the other followers.
If Scott also remembers, he made a deal with somebody to screw over Diane.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as it kind of comes back to reality, he's sitting like, of course, only capable of succeeding because, well, we were so honored to be chosen by you, and it would only be fair if we give you something in return. And basically, I give her everything that I've looted, as she said.
As you go to give everything to her, one of our large kind of followers, Clarion, he's an enforcer. He's kind of draped in kind of scrap armor. He carries like a large spear with a very large kind of scrap cleaver on the top of it. He kind of walks up as you try to pass the things to her and just kind of slams it down in front of you just to stop you. And Diane holds her hands. No, you have done so well for me. You should distribute these things to the other people of the Ark. I am a generous leader and would not take all these things for myself.
If that is
So, yeah.
what you wish. And then I'm going to like pull out the Chronicler book. And I'm going to be like, every ounce of him does not want to give this for free. And he's going to walk up to another Chronicler and he's like, I do this out of selflessness.
Tears running down his face, teeth gritty.
His
Please
teeth are
take it.
away, breaking them.
See his arms rigid. Now, as you kind of give out your stuff, so Scott, take all the water, all the grub out of your inventory. You can keep your bullets. So just your grub and your water you can give out. Did you pick up any kind of items or scrap while you're away?
The book was the only main thing that I got. Everything else was grub and water.
Right, so the Chronicle will kind of they'll look at the book and they'll look at you kind of confusedly. I will say, as a chronicler, you recognise. Let me get the name of these people though, because I have done plenty of work, so I should have these things at hand. Where are they? Unaffiliated. We'll say it's the Dawn Vault. Aneth. Aneth is a kind of grey-skinned, black-haired female mutant. She wears glasses that don't actually have the glass in them, but she just likes the look of them, and she wears like a lab coat, just a filthy stained lab coat, and she kind of like looks at you kind of confusedly and just flicks through, and as she's flicking through, her eyes widen, and and she kind of like snatches it to her side, it just turns around and walks off very, very quickly. Some of the chroniclers she's with kind of look at her confusedly, but they're like, that's weird. But yeah, she goes off in the direction of the Dawn Vault. Now, as this is all happening, Diane holds up her hand and says, "Right, everyone, please. I wish to bestow a gift upon the party. And who would like to roll to see what artifact they provide you with?" There's only one that I will not give you on the whole.
I bet that's the one I want.
It's a game breaker, you're not getting it.
I will inform everyone that I managed to gather 21 rations and 21 water rations.
Oh man!
And she is took. Oh.
So, I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want.
Tell you what I really
want. Thanks, Ray. This is why we're buddies in this.
Yes.
Right, who's rolling?
Who would like to roll?
I'll roll. What am I rolling?
First roll of the game.
D666, please. Artifacts. Artifact cards.
452.
13.
I'm not sure why I said 452 instead of 452, but I did.
It's all good. 189. Let's have a look.
Why are you being so weird?
There we go. Right. Sorry, say that number to me again. 452. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. She puts her hand inside a bag and pulls out a small container, and she does that, and it rattles. Rachel, if you could roll me, let's make sure I get this right. A certain number we should get. Let's see. I'm bored. Right, just roll 2d6. I can't be bothered finding that.
Hello, Siobhan.
If it's having search engine. Okay.
I just rolled a 2.
Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're just going to take the average and we're just going to give you 6, okay? Because 2 is rubbish.
Oh, Wild Kitty
What the
purring.
hell? I was just like, is that a noise I hear there? It's like, someone's really good at doing cat noises. Oh, no, there we go. So, Rachel,
No, it's just me.
she glides over to you and she presses something in your hand.
Thank you. And I open my hand.
You look at it and it has got a long chemical name and then some writing that you don't understand and then the words painkillers.
Oh,
Oh, thank you very much.
What they do is that they can restore your strength. So if you have your strength reduced to 0, you can take painkillers and have it put back to the maximum. They last for 6 hours. So basically it'll get you back up, but then you need to do what you need to do and you need to get away and you need to get yourself back up. You need to then heal properly. But they can make you fight through pretty much anything. And also you've got 6 uses of them. So make sure you keep an eye on that, and if you use them, mark one off. Okay.
Guys, we've got these cool tablets.
Which takes 3 immediately. Oh, these are
I
amazing.
have not eaten any. We'll put these safely
Takes
away.
back out the mouth.
Oh, they
Spits
just
spits in the tub. Rah.
Yeah. Save that for later.
no,
Pop
she
it those
doesn't do
again.
that.
Now, Diane then moves back and just addresses the crowd and just thanks, just expresses her gratitude to you and says that if more people believe in the church and join the church, they can accomplish anything.
Yeah, I'll have walked away by that point.
Yeah, you walked away.
I'm guessing my mind control does not let me leave right now.
Your mind control, I'm going to say it lasts for a couple hours, so you kind of have to stand there and listen to her just grandstanding and just, and then when she stops, she bows graciously and she turns and she kind of again glides off. And as soon as she's turned her back, the rest of her entourage kind of follow her.
As soon as she goes, I'm like, oh. It's like, oh, she's gone, thank goodness.
I know, I was so nervous and unpleasant. Such an amazing lady.
Scott, as you're doing that, is Del Boy's going to walk over to you and kind of nudge you and say, what was all that then?
Well, obviously, Diane is such a great person who helped us so much in our travels that I had to thank her.
As you're talking to Del, Rodney's walking behind you. And Del's, so let me just understand this, mate, then. So I says to you, let's make her look like an idiot, and instead you give her credit for the whole thing. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. It's like I just felt like doing it.
Well, you feel something heavy and sharp resting on your shoulder. No, don't look back there. No, you're talking to me. So, just to clarify, I give you an order, offer you something, and then instead you do the opposite. Right. Me and you need to have a talk, me old son.
I'm gonna walk up behind the guy that has whatever he has pressed against Bogart's neck and just go, I think you should drop that. And leave my friend alone. And I have my scrap axe pressed against his throat.
Okay, cool. Well, so you scrap it, so you bring it round. Because just to clarify, there's quite a lot of people here, right? So I don't know when it's now.
Doing that, I'm just going to be like, well, obviously I had every intention of doing what you asked, but then I looked into her lovely eyes, and suddenly I was smitten.
Dale is going to make a roll right now. To see what's going on here. Okay, because he has a stat sheet because I spent a long time doing this.
Yes, he certainly does.
Yes. Okay, he's going to do.
Have I lost everything, including my ally?
Oh, mate, that would be absolutely shit.
Yeah, okay. He got 2 successes. You see Dell thinking for a second. He says, Rod, get off him. Did you look into her eyes?
Yeah, they were very lovely. They
Rod,
slit
Rod,
and
clogged him in the
just
back of the
blinking
head, mate.
from the side. It was very pretty.
As you're saying that, you feel Rodney smack you really hard in the back of the head. And then the fog kind of lifts a bit, and you're like, ah, fuck.
Did I just give away all my stuff for free?
Yeah.
You
there's
did.
And did I just admire Diane?
Yes, you did.
That fucking bitch!
To be fair, it was a very noble cause you gave it to.
I don't care about no cause. I care about me.
Yeah, you have no food or no water.
Yeah.
So,
So now I
good
have
luck.
to beg or starve.
To be fair, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, starving, not a bad idea.
Well, luckily the Chronicler has one talent that I picked up at the last level. I'm going to start singing for everyone.
I was literally going to say, one of the Chronicler's abilities is that he can go and inspire people, and I have made locations to actually do this, so he can go and entertain people for food.
Would you like to borrow my berry?
Thank you.
Put on a jaunty red cap.
This seems familiar from books in the past.
Dell is he puts his hand on your shoulder, and you are considerably taller than him. Dell's quite a small mutant, and he says to you, "There's a reason that I don't go after her directly. You got to be sneaky. You got to use subterfuge, and above all, don't look in her fucking eyes. She can do that shit, and she's very, very smart. So next time, maybe don't try that. Okay? You've had one. That's the one you get off me." Right, if you've got anything to sell, shop's open. Alf, I've spoke to you. I'll give that map ready for you tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
Long journey, hard journey. I would make sure you're ready for it. It's not a walk in the park, mate. It's a very, very dangerous place you're heading.
Yeah, I understand.
Got his back, don't worry.
Do any of you need anything off me?
Yeah, I have a
this bin full of tins and stuff to sell.
No, I'm not even going. He's not even going to ask for payment.
Glares at you like he hears you saying it.
It's like literally about 10. It's like probably.
No, he feels you saying it. He literally feels the question coming. Yeah.
No. He has a look at you, the bin full of scrap and stuff. He's like, I can give you a price for that. I'll keep you in grub and water as long as you're here. But you might want to speak to the folk over at the fix pit. They might have more use of that than me. If they won't take it, I'll take anything you've got, because I can always move scrap.
If you wouldn't mind, I'll take a couple of those cans over to the fix pit if you want.
Yeah, I wonder who's at the fix pit.
Oh, you can help me pull the bin.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, I could certainly help.
With that, Del Boy turns and he walks back towards the area that he presides over. So yeah, that leaves you guys in the middle of the arc. The mutants kind of seeing that things have kind of like calmed down, nothing else seems to be happening. They all start moving back to the various places that mutants stay. The ruins of the barracks, around the fire, the barrel fires that they set up around the area, and some kind of like do like a lazy circle of the barracks, just kind of doing a patrol, but like an unofficial patrol. What would you like to do?
To the fixed bit.
The fixed bit.
To the fixed pit.
Okay, now the fix pit. As you will know, I will put up the. I did write a whole thing for this, so give me a second. The fix pit. Boss buildings fix pit. I think I've showed you this before. So there you go. There's the fix pit.
Yay.
Now, what you know about the fix pit is it is an empty it is an empty garage. Although the word garage itself doesn't really mean a whole hell of a lot to you. It's just a name that was on the building. But from what you know about it, there was like the remains of cars within the building, and some gearheads have taken it over. The boss is O'Brien, and he is just kind of generally he's a gearhead. Well, he was a gearhead, but now he's a boss. And he's kind of taken on some like-minded gearheads and a couple of enforcers and some grunts and whatnot. He's always looking for scrap, and he's always asking about if anyone's seen any working or at least vehicles in decent state of repairs around the surrounding area. It's not really a secret. He's trying to make himself a car. But yeah, so he's head towards it, and it's ahead of you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll
He's shouting,
Go on.
"Obs! O'Brien! Obs!"
Yeah, and so you walk up to the building, and it's just a large kind of roller door, and there's kind of scrap and tires and bits of cars lying all over. There's also like a kind of the shell of a car that looks like it's been taken apart and kind of like poorly welded back together. You're not sure if it's a practice car or whether it's like something they're trying to get running, but they're certainly doing some work on the bones of a vehicle. And Obbs walks over to you. He's a relatively average-sized mutant. He's got kind of long arms and kind of like simian features. And he's wearing a little mechanic's cap and dirty overalls. Yeah, right there. What can I do for you?
I like slapping the
my
side of the
God.
bin, and going,
I love them
"Oh,
already.
look what I've got! Look, I've got this bin, and I open it. It's full of tins and other shit."
I've actually got to show you the picture that I found on the internet for this guy because I don't even remember doing that. That's not what it looks like, but I really like that picture. Anyway,
Fair play. Yeah.
like
That's
that,
cool.
except
I can get it
kind
to
of
show
monkey
on
man.
stream.
Yeah, you're probably best not to, mate, because it's probably some poor artist's work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't
Other
own that
artists are
picture.
available.
I wonder where
yeah.
those artists could be.
Yeah.
Hurry!
So, let's have a look. And he starts pulling stuff out, and he's just like straight in there, just throwing things out and putting all over the place. And he pulls out like. To anyone else, it would just look like a pipe with like a kind of misshapen part on the side and some wires. Like, I can use this. This can go in a car. This will cool down the engine. And he kind of goes over and he kind of fits it around. This is perfect.
Yeah. Before we go any further, you can either go through all that junk, or you can go for the mystery box.
What's in the mystery box?
Well, we happen to know a location of a vehicle that you might be interested in.
Yes, we do.
He goes silent, and the other gearheads and the enforced up there, they'll kind of turn around and they're like,
Lifting up the goggles.
Well,
It's
let's
fantastic.
put it this way: and I'll flex a wee bit at this point, showing off the strength. To be fair, it took about 3 or 4 attempts to get into the damn thing. For me, it's quite a thick vehicle. It's quite big. It looks like what do you call it? Truck. Like a truck.
Yeah, trucks was there's the big ones and then the little ones with the cars.
Yeah, it looked like it could take a bit of punishment. Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah. What are you asking me for? Come on, tell me. What is it you want?
Well,
Everything.
yeah, everything.
I'm just.
Right. What do you mean by everything? Come on, explain. Tell me what you want.
Actually, I came into possession of this, and I'll pull the scrap rifle I've got, which I've realised I have a scrap rifle now from that dead person. Or the grunt was up at the water plant, yeah.
All right, yeah.
It turns out that I don't actually have anything to fire in this. Do you happen to have anything I could use and would possibly give you the information?
So just so I'm clear on this, what you're saying to me is you're going to give me the location of a car or a vehicle, and then for that I'm going to give you an actual thing right now. No. Look around you. This isn't I'm not a stalker. He points to someone else. Not a stalker. Not
I
leaving
can
the
get
ark.
you there. I can get you there.
Yeah,
Right. And can you help me get it back here?
Sure. Yeah.
that's what grunts do, right?
That is, yeah. Of course. Right now, okay. So
However, there's one thing. How do you plan to pay them for this information?
that's what I'm trying to get out of here now. How do we explain this? Right. Okay. Is the vehicle in good condition? Is it movable? Is it working?
But that's
We'll
for you to
take you
decide.
ahead.
I mean, we know the location. I'll take you up there, and if it's worth it, I'll drag it back, right? I mean, that's what grunts are for.
It
Would
does
I
not
have
have
been
an
able?
engine, but
Sorry.
Say that
it does
again.
not have. It does not
Sorry.
have an engine, but it has other things.
At the mention of it not having an engine, you kind of see him lose a bit of interest. Like, I've got the shell of a car here. I don't need another shell of a car. I've got
Yeah, but this is a better
It has
shell.
insides as well.
right.
Right
Would
question.
I have
Is
been
the shell
able?
that they've got
Oh.
the exact same shell?
No, I think what Richard is talking about, I believe, is the armored vehicle that you came across. Is that right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
the
Right.
one.
I would thought so.
Now-
Would I have been able to make an assessment of it? Just
I think you
or
did the
remember
last
enough?
time.
You
Yeah.
did, and it was basically a shed. It was rotted out, the engine didn't work, and it was completely immovable.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking, like, how you are selling this to this guy, because
Right,
he
well,
doesn't know any of that.
I
Yeah.
guess I keep my mouth shut then because the rest of the group is trying to sell me. If he
Was it
if he
worth the
directly
salvage?
asked me
Well,
though,
Yeah,
I
would it be
look
worth the
at it this
salvage?
way. Look at the size of this guy. It took him 10 minutes to break into that thing. Think of how hard that must be. How
Right.
protected your frame would be. And how you might not even need a stalker to go out into the zone with one of them.
Right, let me tell you. Let me do my Brian voice. Right, let me tell you this, then. I won't be going anywhere. What I will do is I will give you 5 bullets for the location. I will then go and grab one of the stalkers, not used, and I will send them up with one of my boys. Quietly investigate this, and if it's worth money to me, I will come back and we'll see about a finder's fee fees.
Deal.
What?
And I'll pull out a map. And I'll be
Yeah.
like, bullets, please.
Takes his back pocket, pulls out 5 bullets and hands them to you.
So,
Yeah, I will take them
and I'll
if
show
anyone
the
else has got a
location on
gun.
the map.
No, you take him, Richard.
No, okay. I am learning to
Unless,
shoot.
Mary, do you have a gun?
I have a scrap pistol. But how many have I
In that
got for
case,
it?
Remember,
I ha-
bullets are also money.
I
Yeah.
happen to have 5 bullets already. It seems
I've got 7
so...
bullets. So
Oh, okay. Split them.
Aye.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I've got a rifle. You've got the... Right, so well, I've got 5. If you've got 7, I'll take...
You take
You
most
take
of them.
3,
I'll take
Mary
the...
can take 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
That gives us 8 and 9 respectfully.
Right, well, okay, so that's for that. Okay, your scrap you've got here. Are you looking to build yourself something, Gray? If you give me that scrap, you're welcome to build yourself something in my workshop.
Oh, I'm like turning to this is Arbs's workshop. Yes, yes, I would love to use your workshop.
Okay, well, that scrap's mine, but if you want, what are you looking to build for your friends? Or yourself?
Do we need to like armor or something maybe?
You can make armor for yourselves, you can make explosives, you can make weapons, you can look at the jury rig skill and see what the rest of the stuff you can make, because I don't remember.
Actually, Gray, if you wouldn't mind, I found this metal plate, the 1 foot by 1 foot. Any chance you can make that into kind of like something for my chest?
Like tapping and going, yeah. Like nodding just to myself and like
Yeah.
walking away with it into the workshop.
Excellent. I don't want RP live and fucking live stream. Oh, and there's 11 of us as well. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, let's
Give
do
us a
this.
follow if you're
You're about
not
to see
already.
something really interesting.
And chat. We do communicate with for chat every so often.
Yeah.
Every now and then we do.
Yeah, we look at the and my God, look at those people.
So as Smitty walks off with a plate, then I'll go. It looks like I got some time. Julie around?
Brian kind of looks at you
That
like,
woman. I do not like her.
I'll pat her on the
Julie!
shoulder.
And
Heather's just gonna go and just go like this, turn around and walk out.
he shouts Julie, and someone who is like very. It's hard. It's strange that you notice it, but they were obviously very, very deliberately out the back and weren't planning on coming in. And then you kind of like you see them like coming through. Yes. And she looks over and she immediately locks eyes with Ulf.
We
Yes.
don't like you.
Hey, actually, we should probably talk in private. Brian, would it be okay to talk privately in you as well? Because we got something we need to bring up.
They have a small office area kind of to the top left-hand side in there. If you want to go in there and talk, you can. It has got like glass windows with really filthy, kind of broken shutters that you can kind of close. But yeah, I mean, you can go in there for a bit of privacy. Did you see what I was going with Julie and
Brian? Yeah. Because
I will stand outside and make sure nothing bad happens, because I will come in if I have to.
Well, I have enough of romance for today. So I think I shall go see my friend.
Okay.
Cool. Right, so Scott leaves. Mary's went into the back to do some stuff. Rachel, you are with. You're kind of like loitering near the door, and O'Brien and
Flash standing like this.
Actually,
just...
yeah. Actually, probably need you anyway. You probably should come in as well.
Cool, me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you go in, and Julie she sits over on like a broken, like an old desk looking thing, and O'Brien stands beside her and kind of like bursts open like a tin just without a label on it, and just kind of starts eating some weird black goo that's inside it.
Nice. Hey, listen, I'm part.
Like jelly.
I am partial to black goo like anyone else. It's probably motor oil. He probably doesn't realize what it's for. Unless it's what do you call it?
Sweet and lumpy.
Oh, it's not like the Mountain's Blood. No.
No.
Hint.
Different session, guys.
Different session, different game.
Julie looks at you, and she has this large kind of heavy spanner by it that was like strapped to like she kind of like just unhooks it, just kind of sits it with her hand resting on top of it beside her on the table. What do you want, Ulf?
We came across something quite disturbing on the way up to the water plant. We figured you was probably the best people to speak to, seeing as how you're more inclined in that way.
Yeah.
We found. Well, it's probably better that Flair tells you. She's probably better at this, but we found like tire tracks, quite big ones as well.
They were near a farmhouse.
At the mention of it, O'Brien, he stops eating, puts down the can, and leans forward. Fresh tire tracks.
Yes.
How fresh?
Not too long.
I can't
few
remember,
hours,
but I
maybe?
remember it was you.
You can both give me a scout roll if you want.
Yeah, okay.
This will be narrowed.
Could I help with?
Yeah, give her the help. Actually, yeah, you can put your heads together. Yeah. So whatever your scout is.
Better too.
Yeah, that's cool. Give yourself an extra 2, right? Do two dice
D6.
roll. Rachel, D6. That's it. So
2d6. Okay.
Yeah, 2d6.
Oh, the anticipation.
Well, tell me then. Come on.
Oh.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Maybe push that.
Nah, no, don't worry about it. Okay. You just try and remember it. And you just put your head together. Like, you just know they were fresh. Week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. But definitely they weren't like caked in.
Yeah, it looked like. Do we know how many?
It was really with those rules, absolutely not. It was there was one heavy vehicle, and there seemed to be several smaller vehicles.
I
and
know there were
somebody
bikes.
just-
Yeah, yes,
and
this
then
is right. There
some
were
just had
bikes.
two
Okay.
wheels.
Yeah, there was some of them that it looked like pretty much the vehicle we've just given you the location to, O'Brien, but the others looked like as if they were on one wheel or two wheels. There was quite a few. Whoever was in this farmhouse got killed by whoever these were.
Okay, right. And he goes over and he closes the door and comes out. There's been stories recently of people, ghouls, mutants we don't know, on vehicles. Part of the reason I want to get these things up and running is because they're going to find us. And we need to be ready. The Ark is vulnerable. You know this. So we need to shore up our defences. We need to get patrols. We need to get defences. We need to feed ourselves. We're
That's very true.
ready we're ripe for the taking. The only thing that saves us is that there's 200 of us. If the ghouls could get their shit together, they could take us in a day. But these guys, they're organised.
That's fair, but
I don't know where they are. They
is
just
there
come.
anything? Is there anything we could do to help with that? I mean, we gave you the. That's why pretty much we gave you the location for that. There was a reason. We figured you might need it because that was going to be my follow-up question. What do we do?
We can do obvious things. Arm people. Bring back artifacts. Feed people. Stop people. There's people die in the Ark every day because they're arguing over a bullet or a ration of water. If we can get these things, then people can focus on other things.
Yeah.
We need to get this place ready. And so far, the only people that are doing anything about it is you, your teams, and the several other stalker teams who I have named. Let me get them
lovely.
up. Yeah.
Have they all got
Aye.
team names?
They don't have team names.
Oh,
Damn it, we
I-
need a team name.
You do need
we
a team.
do.
The
Um,
originals.
I have named them all after characters from famous franchises.
Ah, lovely.
Because that
Oh,
was
the
easier for me to remember.
A-team.
Well,
C team.
there is actually an A team, but that's something else. But you're going to bump
No,
into
the
it.
B team.
Yeah.
The C men. Oh wait.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
not saying that again. Right, where?
It's a bit of a mouthful.
Ah,
Oh.
how dare you?
The C
No,
brothers.
James. No.
Oh no!
Uh-oh,
The puzzle,
uh-oh.
the puzzle
Right.
bearers. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Right. I keep forgetting what accent this guy has. So it's maybe like Chief O'Brien. So he's
Irish.
Irishy. Right.
Oh, so
Bob
I'm
O'Brien,
O'Brien,
do
isn't
you?
it?
There's Borom's gang. Just to give you
Yeah.
some of the names of Borrow's gang to see if you can guess who it is. It's Borom, Legso, Gillim, and
God's
Ragon.
sake. Right.
The
you not
Fellowship.
call him-
Absolutely.
They're called
love
the
it.
Did you not call him the one cube or something?
The Fellowship. This one's
The Fellowship of the Cube.
let's see
Yeah.
if you know this one. Is Linus's gang. Linus, Carl, Patty, Sally, and Franklin. Oh, Mary got that one.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's Peanuts. That
Yeah.
is the
Peanuts,
character.
right.
That's Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
I do not know Peanuts.
Don't know Charlie
Yeah.
Brown.
Oh,
Peanuts and Snoopy
sadness.
the dog.
Snoopy the dog, yeah.
I know Snoopy, yeah.
There you
Right.
go. Well, there you go. That's
They actually one's a dog handler, and he does have a dog called Snoopy.
This is true.
That's all I know is
Yeah.
Snoopy the dog.
And we got Barrett's gang, which is Barrett, Biggs, Jesse, and Wedge.
Final Fantasy 7. There are other Final
I was
Fantasies out
actually
there
going to say
available.
just Final Fantasy.
Biggs and Wedge are in them all, I think.
Yeah.
Jesse,
So
I think,
sad.
is only in Final Fantasy 7, and Barrett's only in Final Fantasy 7, but I've not added any more because at this point I was adding so many characters, I realised I'd almost named all the characters in the arc, and that means I have to kill named characters every week, and I couldn't bring myself because I'd created
No,
them.
that would be
Yeah,
hard.
so
Yeah.
you were holding
but
off on
that's-
killing off Cloud and Tifa, right? Yeah, and Ares.
That would be
Ares has to
hardcore,
die
though.
soon, though.
Kate Sith.
I mean, if someone had to die, it'd obviously be Ares. Oh,
Oh, it'd be
actually,
Kate Sith.
that's actually
Yeah.
what I forgot to do last week. Right.
Oh,
Who
Ares?
would like to roll me a d6?
No, I'm not doing it. I refuse
I'll
to.
do
Stuff
it.
It's
I've
a
already
d6
rolled.
minus 2.
Hang on.
We should probably
Mary,
explain what's
you're up.
happening
I'm
here
going to
to
explain in
the.
a second.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Right.
D6 minus 2.
For those watching.
There we go.
We get
3.
3. Ah, that's not so bad. Okay, so what happens at the end of every session, to those of you that don't know, is we roll a
Ah,
d6.
that-
And that's the amount of mutants on the arc that die from violence, starvation, dehydration, or just general terrible events.
Fuck up
Because they
rate, yeah.
decided to do it from fuckery. And what I have to say last week is because they've got the water back, there was a bit of rejoicing, so there was a bit less. So the 3 becomes a 1. But that means that last week, one mutant on the arc, one unnamed NPC died. And I keep track of this. The arc now has 201 mutants. And there has, since we started the game, there has 16 mutants, 16 unnamed mutants have died.
Lee Mary rolled 2d6 minus 2, so the minus was already on.
Oh, was it? Oh, so it was actually.
So
Oh
the
my.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh my god, you rolled a 5. Oh, that's so sad. Sorry, unnamed NPCs. Oh no.
I just killed another 2 people. I'm sorry.
Rachel was straight in there. No, kill more.
Those 2 poor souls had almost made it, and you're like, no. They
Yeah.
I'm
Less people, the
sorry.
better.
To be fair, it
Rach, you're
just
actually
means
looking out the
more
window at
people
that
me.
point, and you see 2 mutants just run up to each other and just stab each other.
Oh,
Um,
go
I
for a
like to
bullet.
think that they're
It
like
was mutants that
stabbing.
you were quite friendly with as well.
Oh,
It was.
I like to
It was
think that they
no,
challenged each other in a
Not
knife fight,
again.
and they basically just stood there stabbing each other.
No,
Ah.
it's just like yeah.
Well.
So anyway, that's a fun mechanic of this game. That also makes me really sad sometimes. So I don't know how long it's going to be in the game for. It's like, oh man, those poor mutants.
Oh, the
Because I made this
improve
world.
the arc, the less that happens.
Yeah, well,
So-
that's why I gave you the -2 for this one. But yeah, that's part of the reason I'm saying improve the arc, because then if you get the food up, this goes down. If you get the security up, this goes down.
Can we not keep some of them alive by me handing out all my rations?
This would have happened just at the end. This would have happened kind of like the day before.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that was like the water coming back.
So maybe this session, some people will get saved.
I might give you a -2 this week. But this is the last time I'm giving you a -2 unless you do something.
Okay.
Anyhow,
Yeah. So anyway,
So-
back to the scene. So, yeah, we need to get ourselves ready for this. But I'm not the man to do it. I'll speak to Borum. No, Borum's at the loch. I'll speak to Barrett, and I'll send him up to see what we can do about retrieving that vehicle. But we need to sort something out quick, because they're going to find us, and we're making a big splash. We used to be quiet, but now yous are going out. Yous made some noise when you were going up there. I know you did.
Fair enough. Not only defending ourselves and made ourselves a bigger target, right?
You had to go. We were going to die. We either die today or we die next week. But you saved us. Don't take me wrong here. You done what you had to do. Right. So, what do you need from me? I can't give you stuff for free, but I will let you use the workshop.
No, that's fine.
Ray's welcome in here anytime, as long as you're working for the Ark. I'll help you as much as I can.
Got nothing better to do right now. I'll look at Julie.
Julie's kind of snarling. Okay.
Just with eye.
Julie nudges O'Brien. Tell him about Spanner. He looks at you, he's like, Did you hear about Spanner? Spanner is a mutant you have worked with before. Is a gearhead that worked with O'Brien. Mary, you're not there, but you would know them. But yeah, you've seen him around. He's like does stuff around the Ark. But you also know that he disappeared a little while ago.
All right. Yeah. Did you find him?
Nah, I didn't. But I
He's
don't
still
think he's
gone?
dead.
You
Sorry,
don't think
Rachel.
he's dead?
No.
Hmm.
Well,
Maybe we should go look.
I think. Well, here's the thing. Hannibal came to me and said that he had the location of a scrapyard. Yep, he's called Hannibal.
Okay.
Hannibal came to me and he said he had the location of a scrapyard. Plenty to make that scrapyard. Tires, engines, vehicles, enough metal that I could build a fence around this place. So he asked for some help. Didn't have a gearhead. Took spanner. Next day he came back, said couldn't find it. Spanner died. Spanner died. Keep forgetting to talk like this. I don't. It feels vaguely offensive, to be honest. That's why I don't like doing it.
I'd like to think that like one viewer was Irish and just went out as soon as you did that.
I am offended.
So
I think we
just
should
question
probably talk
Hannibal
to
for me, or
Hannibal.
just maybe go and speak to him, or maybe not him.
Yes.
Maybe grab one of his guys and ask what's happened,
Yeah, I could
or
probably
just
see.
see if the stories match up. At the very
I
least,
will find
find
him.
out the scrapyard's real.
Does does the B team happen to have is it the A team? Is it the A team?
The do you mean no? It's Hannibal's gang. What are you talking about?
Hannibal's gang. Does Hannibal's gang happen to have a grunt in the team?
Yeah, they do indeed. The
Do we
Hannibal's
have a
team have
mutant
anything.
that can like turn into other
I'm
mutants?
assuming it's not. I'm assuming it's not Face. It's going to be Howling Mad. Murdoch, is it?
I will do. Wish me to tell you the names of the people in the team. Of course, I will.
Yes, I want to know
Um,
who the grunt is because I would probably know them just by association.
There is several mutants that are grunts. There is Howler. There is
Of course there
Murdoch.
is. Uh-huh.
There is Maddie, and there's Dwight. Which none of you that know, Dwight is the name of the actor that played Howling Murdoch, who in real life is not nice. So don't
No,
have
he's not
fun
a nice guy.
names of him.
Don't Google that.
Yeah, don't Google him.
Yeah, well, I could suppose I can go and speak to the. I can go for a drink with the grants. We usually do that meet up every so often. I could probably find out, see what if the story matches.
If
What do
were
you think,
to-
Claire?
I think that's a very good idea.
That's fine.
I do not like the sound of this Hannibal.
Mhm. So yeah, that's
He
fine.
sounds
Yeah,
like he might eat people.
No, he's not a cannibal. No, there's been reports of that as well, though.
Makes
A few
sense.
dear.
sectors away, but not in the arc. Not yet, anyway.
If you want, we can go up and check out this location as well if you need be.
Sorry, which location you refer? Do you mean the one where the van was, or do you mean the scrapyard? Scrapyard, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, O'Brien doesn't have the location of the scrapyard. That was Hannibal that said he had it, but at the moment you don't even know if he had that. You just know that he said he did.
Yeah, we can certainly
Yeah.
find out. Yeah,
We asked him.
I'll do some digging about, see what I can glean from Howler and Murdoch.
Okay, Julie looks at his boss like, "Do you need me for anything else? Because I've got work to do."
Yes, you need to be nicer to him.
He walks out. Like, whatever.
Wait a minute.
Or my
I'll-
girls will find you.
I'll catch up with her
Okay. You-
if we're out of earshot of everybody, if that's the case.
Yeah. She turns around and faces you. Oh, look, I was never important to you. You only cared about the plants. Why are you bothering me now?
Listen, I'm just asking, is what O'Brien says true is about these gangs and vehicles?
The reports we've had, yeah. It's only been some small mutant parties that were out exploring, and they heard more often than seen. But I think there was one that says he's seen something, but he's pretty messed up about it. I think he's seen the aftermath. It was, let me get the name of one of the many people I have named.
Imagine naming people.
No, you're a fair chanter, mate.
It was Stalker Red. She's at the Stalker.
Stalker Red, I'll get Flair on it. That's
Yeah.
good to know. It wasn't just about the plants, you know.
You say that.
There was a reason why I was doing that. It's for this reason exactly, actually. How long do you think this place is going to last?
Your plan was to leave, Ulf. Your plan was to leave, feed yourself, and feed anyone, and feed me. That's not everyone. That's me and you. I mean, how long do we last? You get sick, you get shot, we die in a bed of plants. You didn't want. It was never about saving everyone. It was about saving yourself and me. And I don't care about you and me. I care about everybody.
Yeah, but at least the two people will be able to survive and hide out.
Surviving's not living.
That's all we've got.
She kind of looks down. She goes, I know you mean well, but if you work with us, we can talk. And
That's
she turns
why
around and leaves.
That's why I'm
Stop
working
making
now.
me do romantical stuff.
That's why I'm working now. That's why
Yeah.
I'm
I'm so
doing
tempted
this.
to just play some like generic romantic music in the
Mix the
background.
It's me and Richard staring into each other's eyes.
Lovingly.
A lot of romance in this episode.
Listen, the last time we did something like that, you got really uncomfortable anyway.
We just need
In the stream.
to see like a really pretty
Oh my
ending.
god.
Aww.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
no. She kind of moves forward, almost like she's going to embrace you for a second, and shakes her head. She says, "Prove that you mean what you say." And she walks away out of the
Hand on
scene.
the cheek.
Still time to go,
Oh,
you know.
That was quite sweet, actually. I should have
Yeah.
done that. Yeah, she does put her hand on your face.
Okay.
And she does that thing where people
Little
kind of touch
tap.
foreheads.
Yeah.
It's
Still
not.
time.
It's
See
not
when
enough.
she's doing that, it's still time to go.
Then she
you know.
stabs you.
Yeah, in the back.
No, she goes, I'm not
Not
leaving.
again.
We have to save everyone. We need to look at the future of the Ark. Not me and your future. We don't have a future unless it involves everybody. There's going to be one generation of mutants. You know that. We need to solve these problems. Growing old in the zone. It's short, it's brutal, and it's painful. We need to bring something to this place.
Fair enough. We get this fixed, then we leave.
She kind of laughs. Goes, we'll see. And she walks away, then she turns and looks back, and then she walks away.
Turns, looks back.
Little
Yeah.
wink.
No wink. Sneer of disgust. Lee will practice on his human reactions, okay? It's not something Lee does as a human, let alone as an RPer, alright?
I'm gonna shake it off. I'm gonna shake it off just for no reason other than I have the skill.
Shake it off.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, now, so use it in that.
Motherfucker. I shook that off. I just wasted a really good roll.
See the roll?
Oh, shit.
No, that's actually a very good point, man. I was just reading that. People do Scottish accents online, and oh my god, they're bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't say.
This is why I don't try, because I'll just insult everyone.
Yeah, I've been
and
doing a Scottish accent all this time. It's really bad.
I was
You make a valid point. Like when I'm doing the Irish accent, I'm not actually making fun of it. It's just like this is just me doing a dodgy accent because this is what I can do. I'm not a professional
That's
voice
what I was
actor.
saying. It's different. It's like that's my only point. Like, say if you were like, as in,
If I was making fun of Ireland and talking
it's
like that, then that's one thing. But if I'm just saying like this is what a character in the future sounds like, I mean he's a fucking monkey person. What does it matter? You know, like his accent would be weird. Also, they don't have the same accent because they all live in the same place.
At
You know,
one
but
point,
they're-
the roles don't seem to update really quickly. So, say for future, we're probably best calling what the success and fails are.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
4 successes and 2 fails on that.
Shake off. Wow. The fails don't matter because you got the
You're really
successes.
good at shaking.
Yeah.
So that was an impressive shake it off, mate. Like you take no emotional damage. If anything, you feel better about your relationship, and you can keep
Nice.
one of the successes for later on.
I certainly will.
To the end of this session. Oh, and everyone gets back the amount of mutation points to the amount of mutations they have. So anyone's got 2 gets 2 back, and it's got 1 gets 1 back. And that's what we forgot to do at the beginning of the session. God damn it, we'll come back to this in a second. However, before we do that, Miri, you have went off into a side room and you have found a menagerie of wonderful things to work with here. Like, oh my god, there is tools and there's welders.
Yeah, that's what I was
The
thinking. There's like a
screw tips are
musical
plenty.
number starts and the camera starts spinning round.
Oh, my head.
I'm just picturing like when Belle's in the library, but it's just like tools and random scrap bits of
Oh,
metal.
yes.
There is hammers and mallets, all shapes and all sizes.
And
Yeah.
pieces
Anyway.
of string.
Look at this stuff.
Or
Isn't
I
it neat?
was going to say the little memory would fit better actually.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah,
Other
you walk
Disney
in.
characters are available.
Yes. Yeah, it was just a generic song I came up with off the top of my head there. That was nothing
yeah.
based on nothing, yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
fine.
so Mary, yeah, there's many things you can make. Have you had a chance to look at what you could make for the team if you wanted to?
I
Or were you so engaged in the
'cause
scene there?
I was just like watching what everyone else was doing.
Well, how it works
Oh.
is you can jury rig many things together. You can make
Uh-huh.
weapons. If you want to make armor, you can do so. Now, armor does have an intrinsic weight to it. So
Right.
what I would say is if you want to give someone a piece of armor that gives protection against one hit, so basically, let's say you got 2 strength down, you don't take 1. 2 is going to be a bit heavier. 3 would be heavier still. I'd say the only person that could probably wear heavy armor would be Ulf, and anyone with a strength of like let's say 4 or above. Anyone with like strength 3 can wear the 2, and anyone with like strength 2 can only wear the stuff that gives you 1 armor rating.
Can I like make something for like one thing for everyone?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
I will let you do it on separate rules if you wish.
Okay.
I have 2 strength.
So I already know what I'm making for Ulf. It's going to be quite a chunky piece of chest armor.
Okay.
Uh,
What I'll say is that one of the gearheads comes in and offers to assist you in this, so you can have 2 additional dice with it as well.
right.
Who can come in to help you? Let's see who I've got. Fixpit has got. God, I give them all such hilarious names. Right.
You're
Which
so
one?
witty.
I'm so Dax comes in to help you.
Oh God!
Of course. Thanks,
Is
my
there also
my
a-
old friend.
Is there also a stalker called Jax?
There's an enforcer in here called Worf. Because I have no originality. Yeah, so Dax comes in. She's tall. She's got the kind of spots down the side because she's kind of lizardy. But yeah, you know her, and she kind of like she just sort of puts her arm on your shoulder. Yeah, I'll give you a hand. Are you gonna try and help your friends? Of course, let's do it.
Okay,
So the face mask comes down. Welder goes on. Let's go.
Yep.
Jury rig roll plus 2 additional dice.
Okay.
And then we're going to do something ridiculous to Scott once this is finished. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
So I'll just roll that first.
I vote that we should call this episode "The Fucking of Scott."
Right.
What are the other 2 dice though? How do I do that? Is it
just roll 2d6? Don't worry about it.
2d6,
Just roll,
okay.
don't confuse the issue. That's fine.
Okay.
You got your 2 successes. Okay, so 1 success would have been enough. 2 basically means that you have made a very sturdy piece of armor. What happens with this? I'll discuss it with these off stream actually because it's technical and it's boring. Richard, you've effectively got some heavy armor. It's going to have a weight of 1.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to make sure, like, I'm not going to worry too much about encumbrance and stuff, guys, but just that it is heavy, and that's just so no one else can kind of use it. But
it's fine. I'm a pack mule.
I know you are. However, if you got hit, basically the first 3 bits of damage would be absorbed by the armor.
Right.
The armor is not indestructible though. Right. So for if you take 3, then it drops to 2. And the next time you can take 2, then it would drop to 1. And then once it reaches 1, or reaches 0, the armor just falls off you. It just gets ripped apart.
About 5 hits.
Basically, yeah.
I'm assuming she can repair it though.
Mary can always repair the armor.
Or make it into a sledge, or
You can make some cutlery out of it, some pots and pans, all kinds of cool stuff.
How much did the armor weigh? Did you say?
Just put it down as 1, mate. Let's not get bogged down too much in that kind of stuff now. We can sort that out if we're in early.
Yeah, let's not get bogged down in who killed who. Okay.
Yeah, and who died when, whatever. Right. So you have made some quite impressive armor. Like you didn't even take his measurements, but you're pretty sure this is going to fit him. He might dig in at a few places and be really irritating. And there's no way he can sit down when he's wearing it, but this stuff is badass.
I feel like I'm doing a full-on like Iron Man montage here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
God.
it. She strips down into a vest, just in a cave somehow.
Yeah.
Wasn't even in a cave a minute ago.
She is now.
Where's that music coming from?
Like the back wall is actually not a wall; it's just into like a bit of a hill.
Just some gearheads fixed like an MP3 player that's only got AC/DC on it.
Welding just everything for no reason. So yeah, you've done that. So you've made 1 armor suit for Risha or Ulf. What would you like to make next?
I will make something for Flare. What should I make for
Oh.
you? Do you have any suggestions?
While you're doing that, I will.
Well, it's always my legs that's getting thingied, or my arms. So something to protect my arms or my legs. I don't know.
Like
Armor.
bracers or something?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
take braces.
yeah,
That'll be cool.
Let's see
Okay,
if that actually works.
There's like a thick leather hide there as well, so you can
We'll
like
attempt it.
reinforce it with it. So like almost like studded armor. It's set like kind of again just stuff that you've jewelry with like twine and just like stud and things.
Would it be a set for the shins and the
Yeah, like imagine like shin guards, that kind of stuff. Yeah, makes sense.
shins and the lower arms?
Forearms.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please work. I want this to work because it sounds so cool.
I will roll this again. Is it the same as before?
Yeah, just do the same.
Okay. Oh no, this isn't working. Oh wow.
Push it.
Wow.
Push it.
Push
Push
it
it.
real
And
good.
Oh my goodness.
I should roll the other two before I push
Roll
it,
your
though.
2 other dice first, yes, because if
Yeah.
you get one success, then it doesn't matter. Okay, you have failed. What's your jury rig skill attached to?
Wit.
Is it wits?
Wits, yeah.
Okay, you can push this roll, but you need to take
Okay.
away 3 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So roll me 7 dice.
Okay.
So just 7d6. But you are going to take some some wits damage here.
Please just roll 1-6.
Right, hang on. Right, just 7d6.
Push it real good. Oh,
Oh, I got
You
one.
got 1 success. Okay, and another hit. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your wits score, Mary?
5.
Okay, cool. Right, you get a success, so you do manage to do this. However, as you're doing it, you start to freak out because you're like, oh my god, what if this isn't enough? She keeps getting hurt all the time. What if I miss it and they get an artery? And you start to really doubt yourself, and you can't. After you've finished it, sweat streaming off you, and you've made something that does look serviceable, but you know it's not the best thing you could have made. So Rachel, what I'll say is you've got some armor that can take 1 point of damage, and you got it for that. And you sit down and you kind of burst into tears. You think about losing your friends, and maybe you're not good enough for this. And Dax kind of comes over and she kind of
Christ, it sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, and she gives you a big hug from the back, and she says, "No, you'll be fine." And she sits and she goes back and forward with you, and she's like, "Do you need to rest? Do you need to go to lie down for a while to recover, or do you want to keep going?" Now, I will say that now the future rolls are going to be -4 dice because you are freaking out that you're not good enough at doing this.
Okay.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to have a sleep, or do you want to just keep going?
I'll keep going.
Yes! Right, so and now you're rolling, your base level of dice was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You were getting 10, so now you're only getting 6. So just roll me 6d6. Now, before we do this, I'm going to read you some things that you could make, because this is really fun.
Okay.
Right. So this would be for Scott. Scott, is there anything you would have asked for?
He's not there, remember?
Yeah, but just like
Neither was
this
that.
game, man, you could have asked for something.
My character's not really combat based, so.
Well, I'll read you some things you could have asked for. A scrap gun, 4 arrows, scrap armor, a shield, a rot suit, a Colt. Rot suit. There you go.
Okay.
So a rot suit. So this.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always come back and do this. I just thought it'd be fun to do this once on stream. See, in future we'll maybe do this off screen. But I just thought, just to show people the mechanics of that, it'd be quite interesting.
Yeah, it's basically the shopping episode, right?
Yeah.
Shopping episodes are the best.
I like shopping episodes, man. I love when you look at magic items and things. It's great.
Yeah.
How many did you say again?
There's magic items you can make.
And D&D. While Mary's doing that, I'll read you the rest of the things you could get made. An explosive charge, a flaming torch, a lamp lit by booze.
Oh,
Just
well,
so
that worked. There was 1 success.
1 success. You make a serviceable rot suit.
That worked.
You could go into an area now with heavy rot and survive. I'm changing the rot rules for my stream because I think they're complicated and also stupid. So if you have got a rot suit, then you can basically go into an area that is contaminated by rot and stay there for the amount of time that I decide is thematically appropriate. And if you take the piss, then I'll make it worse. But
we can't sleep there.
Yeah, so
no.
you're like, just gonna, I want to drink some of the food in here and like just rub all this stuff in here, then you're gonna die.
Make
Well, you can, that's true, you're a rock.
edible and drinkable.
The rest of us have to go.
There's a reason I
Hold
chose
on.
that rot. I know there's a rot area nearby, and I'm like, food, water.
Oh yeah.
And is there anything you'd like for yourself, Minnie?
I would like to make a decent tool belt, I think.
Oh yeah, just give yourself that. I'll basically say any tools kept in this kind of count as just one item, so you don't have to, like, if you've got lots of tools, it still counts as one tool.
Okay, so I'm going to be looking out for tools, I think.
Oh, you can make a multi-tool.
You can also make a cart, which would mean you have to drag a wheelie bin around the anymore. But that's fine. We'll do that in future.
No, yeah, we'll keep that for later.
We'll find a mute
as basic
and then we'll have
cart,
also
isn't it?
cart.
Sorry, Rachel.
I said we'll find a mutant horse and then we'll have a horse and cart.
There is actual mutant horses in this. They're just called grazers, and it's just like kind of generic like cattle. So they could have that if got a horse, no problem. Did you get your success, how many?
Oh, hang on, I haven't done that yet. That's right. No.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a
Just no.
shame. And with
Just
that,
no.
like you're trying, and you just can't. It's so strange because you've just got a suit of armor and all this other stuff, but like you can't get the clasping mechanism to work. And every time you do it, it just pings off, and then you just sit down.
I'm tired from all of it. Yeah.
Get the friend to do it for you. Lee, roll a different one. Or you should get this kit.
It's all right. I'll just carry them right now. It's fine.
But with
Just
this
like
many,
this.
you do become overwhelmed with like your doubt in yourself, and Dax is going to lead you to like a kind of like a cot in the corner of the room and just kind of lie you down and just like rub your head. And just, be okay, it'll be okay. You don't always do these that well. And while she's going back and forth, she's looking after you. When you wake up, which won't be for a while, let's see if she can do stuff. What's she got? Her oh god,
Your rolls failures the whole time.
Yeah, well, I don't want her just collapsing as well, you know.
It's just like a chain reaction. Everyone.
Yeah, she gets one success. She picks it. Well, so while you're sleeping off and feeling all sad for yourself, she kind of goes over and she realizes what you've done with the clasp, and she kind of takes it out and fixes it and puts it back together for you. So you will have a tool belt when you wake up. I'm going to say you're out the game now for the next couple hours while the rest of the people go and do things, because you need to sleep off your trauma of making things.
I thought you said you were out the game for a few hours. It's like, well, it's not gone long.
Now, so Ulf and Flair are kind of going towards the armory. Gray's sleeping off what's happened to her. Scott, who's Bogart, where were you going?
I went back to my storage container, which is where I sleep, and he's basically like sitting like basically enraged with a belt with rusty nails, like whipping himself.
That flagellation there, then, yeah.
Oh.
Scott, as you're doing that, you start to feel you felt unwell since your kind of mind battle with Diane, and now you feel like burning inside your chest, and you can feel it spreading out, like it's going through every nerve ending in your body, and you can see your veins are kind of pushing up against your skin and they're going black. You drop to the ground and you're in agony. Give me an endure. Do you have endure? Is that one of your things? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, endure. Yeah, give me an endure roll, mate.
Fail.
Oh, it's only 2 I've got in it.
A pass and a fail. Well done, mate. So you pass.
Oh,
that
was lucky.
You don't pass out from the pain and you don't take any damage, but you drop to the ground and you just feel this kind of like this fire, electricity running through you. Scott, your body's experiencing
me.
You've felt this before. You've felt this before twice. Your body's mutating.
Oh, I thought some bad was some bad.
Oh shit, that's so cool.
So you need to remove
Mutation.
one attribute point from somewhere on your stat sheet. You're now permanently going down by one attribute point, but you did get to roll a new mutation.
Yeah.
Shit.
And that is what happens if you roll a 1 and then roll another 1, you get a new mutation. But
Damn
this
it, I
can
always wanted
physically
to do
ruin your
that.
character.
I mean, I know it's not a good thing to have too many mutations.
Holy shit.
It gets much more dangerous at this point because he becomes physically you become very fragile, but you also have all these powers that you can like destroy things with. So it's like,
I dropped my wits.
you dropped your wits by 1. That is fine, mate. Give me 1 second. Mutations.
I just realised I can hit these to get like my wounds. Like, so I didn't need to drop my agility down. I could have just hit the wounds for it.
Nice.
I still need to heal 1 though.
Right, Scott. Roll me a D66.
Okay, let's see what I get. Fingers crossed, it's something good.
53. Reroll, please.
Is that my ability already? Had?
24. Okay, interesting.
Oh no.
Very interesting.
Is that like it's a good thing?
Or it
Scott.
could be good or it could be bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's alright, it's pretty cool. Right, Scott, you have taken on the insectoid mutation. Your body is inherited traits from the insect world. You can use your hardened skin to reduce damage taken from external attacks. Every mutation point spent reduces the damage taken by 1. So, I mean, you can effectively stop all damage if you've got enough mutation points.
That's cool.
You can climb a completely vertical surface for a few minutes at the cost of 1 MP. And you can quickly heal light wounds. Every MP spent heals 1 point of damage, even if you are broken. So if you basically drop to 0 in your strength, you can be like, nope, and you can go back up to your max, provided you have enough mutation points.
That's a good one.
I mean, the mutations points make you like pretty incredible. However, you can also get taken out in 2 seconds if you get like, because combat's so brutal. Well, Christ, I mean, making a belt took many out, so you know.
Sounds awful.
Belts are very hard to make. Shut up.
I was going to say, how does everyone think that the insect form should be? I think it should be left to stream chat. How what insect features it takes.
Yes, if anyone wants to say, do we want antennas?
Yes.
Do we want the
Fly
mandibles?
eyes.
Do we
Fly
want
eyes are so cool.
Yeah, because that's
Spider
cool as shit.
fingers.
Spider fingers. His fingers are spiders.
His fingers just get really, really hairy.
Have you seen the movie The Fly?
Oh yeah, Ladybug.
Oh, Ladybug.
I get like
Ladybug wings.
It's got to be
Ladybird.
That's hilarious. I guess that'd be mandibles, would it not? And like the bug eyes.
Yeah, so bug eyes,
a lovely
mandibles.
pretty
He's got
red
the,
bit.
yeah, he's got the ladybug
black,
shell.
red wings that don't do anything because I don't have
Yeah.
fly abilities.
So when we say him,
weird
we
enough,
won't
that's a
recognise
different
him.
mutation.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be dressed the same, but just like just a bug man.
Or secretions. You just always secrete like slugs and what do you call it? Oh.
It's constantly just wet.
Yeah.
Horribly sticky, wet. Just looks terrible.
Consistently moist.
Or
He's always
moist.
moist.
Frog legs ability is just like I just become a grasshopper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But
what I would say is that
chat has
remember
spoken.
Oops, yeah, yeah. Chat has been like, "Fuck you, you're a ladybug." Oh, God damn it! Can that be a cool thing? No. I would say you just take a more insectoid appearance, but yeah, with the features of a ladybug. So you've got like slight mandibles kind of coming out. Remember, these mutations aren't like pure and wonderful and beautiful. They're fucked up. So like like a kind of nub out of there, and like kind of like a fucked up ladybug. So like
and you have fly's eyes.
And you have like
your eyes are creepy
like
as shit.
several eyes. Luckily, I wear goggles, but I like to think that he's just got loads of eyes now.
Yeah. Ugh.
They're all
just
human-esque eyes, but it's all like the amount of bug eyes.
Yeah.
That was actually making me more messed up. Bugged out eyes, but it's still like little human eyes. Ugh.
Oh yes.
No.
Fan art.
Oh.
So yeah, so Scott's got a fucked up new mutation. That's awesome. Right, so Scott, yeah, you're whipping away, and then you mutate. Oh my god.
Aye.
What would you like to do?
I'm assuming everyone could just hear me screaming from it.
Well, did you go to hang out at the stalker thing that we talked about before? The kind of forget what I called it.
No,
now, to be fair.
he went back to his container because he was a wee bit like upset at the events that happened. He was just
That's fair
crying
enough.
over his book of Atlas Shrugged. I did something selfless. No.
Right. I have written an area for the what's it called, for the shipping containers. So I'll give you the choice. There's some shipping containers that are kind of piled up, and that's where like a loose group of kind of stalkers have taken over, and they just kind of hang out there. Or you can have one off by yourself. What would you prefer?
I think it'll be closer to the stalkers and that. Like he has a chronicler. It's a useful. The stalkers are useful for a chronicler.
What I'll say is it's like there's maybe like 5 or 6, and they're just kind of like piled on top of each other. Yours can be one of the ones at the bottom, and that one's white. That one's regarded as yours. So there's like big heavy metal thing on the door, and people, the stalkers notice stay out there because it's your home. And inside, what does your shipping container contain?
It's just like different labels for tins and stuff like that. Different paraphernalia for the old world. Loads of paper and drawings of different bits of the zone and that. And just like different writings that he's thought up in his like pseudo Bible that he's written.
Various bits of kind of commercial paraphernalia, like you've got like a little sign here that says like, you know,
drink Coca-Cola, and he thinks it's like a commandment.
I'm on board. Yeah, cool. So yeah, as you're doing that, as you're screaming, you kind of hear a bang on the door, and your friend Lynx opens the door.
And like just turn around and look at him with lots of eyes, like. Ah!
He pulls out his gun, and then he kind of like he's like pointing at it. He's like, "Bugger!
Something's happened to me."
You mutated, mate. Yeah, that happens. Ugh. That was a sore one then, yeah. Oh, Rochelle's disappeared.
No.
So I'm sure she'll come back in a minute.
Okay,
I'll
kind of like look at my reflection. It's like the gods have punished me for my sins.
You're like, I mean, Lynx does kind of buy into some of your stuff as well. It's like, maybe. I mean, have you not been spending enough or something? Have you not been praising the gods of capitalism?
I allowed myself to be coerced into giving things for free.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I was in the centre. Yeah, I seen you praise Diane.
Yeah,
fucking sell out.
He manipulated me.
Yeah, I've heard she can do the old mind trick thing, can't she? Yeah, that's.
She will pay for this.
Well, look, man, don't go up against her directly. She's dangerous, and she's only getting stronger. And I've heard that some more people have actually joined the church since she got you to give away. I mean, people know you; they know you don't give away nothing, and she got you to do it. So they're thinking that maybe she's the future of the Ark now. If anything, you've strengthened her.
I already know. Yes.
Like she'd really be carrying an
in
axe.
my mind. Mocked me. I will punish her for this. I just have to figure out how.
Maybe strengthen your position a bit, man. Like you helped the Ark. People know who you are. Maybe if you can kind of.
Yes, I may need some rubes, some mutants that see me as their friend, that might help me further my position in the Ark. You're right. That's smart. That's the play. We must become powerful enough to convince people that she is wrong. She is manipulating them. They must follow our religion, not hers.
No, I remember you talking this before. Sometimes they would give you something free to get you in the door, and then they would sell you all the expensive stuff. So maybe treat it like this was a free giveaway. but then like you can use that
Oh,
to get
yeah.
people to listen to you.
A reputation, yeah. Increased my reputation, that's what it did. Sadly, it also increased the reputation of my competition.
Yeah, it's put them up there a bit. The people are talking about her generosity because she refused the gift and gave it to the Ark. That was a bold move on on her part, but we can certainly spin it, and if you can just keep helping and just kind of maybe stay out of her way for a while, or I don't know, do something to her, make her look bad. I mean, when do you think this golden shell is going to turn up? Really?
Yeah,
He says, looking
obviously
directly at
it's
the
a
camera.
foolish notion, but she doesn't need the golden tile to show up. Sometimes the dreams of a better future is enough to keep people following.
Do you remember them talking about one of the old religions where they waited thousands of years for some dude to turn up and he never turned up?
Until
So,
they finally saw sense and decided to worship money instead.
That makes sense. Right, are you going to be okay, or what do you want to do? Have you done flagellating?
Yeah, it's like Lynx has settled them down. He's realised that he's not lost as much as he's thinking.
Yeah. Taking stock of myself here, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I can spin this.
Yeah. Yeah. I will go and... of course. Oh, he's the perfect rule. He wants to grow plants for the Ark. If we can grow food for the Ark, and it's tied to me, that means... Sorry, Richard. Is he...
Wait, you want to grow plants for the Ark?
Yeah, think about it. If we grow the plant, we control a food source. People will not go out as much. They will become reliant on us. And then we can get rid of her. And then we will control the food. And then that's when we make our money. Our bullets, we'll have anything we want. We will become the strongest mutants on the Ark.
What we could do is we could get some grunts and then make them grow the food, but only pay them enough to like get a small, like just eke out a meager living.
Of course,
and then we
pay
take
them
all the
in
profits.
The food they grow. They grow 10 plants, they get 1.
Yeah, that's genius. Does he have the means to plant these plants already?
Yes, he's had some, but I think he needs more. He talked about a center or something for that. I will offer my assistance to him.
I'm gonna kick Richard off the stream for a minute.
That's what I'm just loving Richard's reaction. It's like,
well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll quietly go and speak to some of the grunts that aren't doing anything, and just tell them we might have a job for them in future. How's that?
Yes, that sounds
What
good.
I'll do is I'll look after it while you're not here, while you're off getting some more stuff. So I'll be like you're a chief of security or something. So I'll get 2 plants. You'll get 7 plants, and they'll get 1 plant in every 10. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
Nice.
All right.
That's right. I think I've seen your friends heading towards Hannibal's armory, by the way.
Yes, I should head there now. Thank you, Link. You always know how to tear me up.
Yeah, the smells of Africa. So yeah,
alone. A new scent.
Yeah, I found some new the sprays in a factory down the road. They had all kinds of good stuff. Nothing to eat or drink, but then other stuff smelled really good, and he pulls one out and blasts you in the face with it.
Oh God!
And it does indeed smell like Africa or the other stuff that they sell. It smells like colored black.
To be fair, I need to make a better impression, and then I'll kind of like Raiden. This is where he'll put on his goggles and that to hide his eyes, but you'll still like see it bulged out a little bit. Like
The kind of
Trump's
shit in his skin and
Aye.
like the kind of like elongated fingers and the kind of mandibles popping at the bottom. But yeah, to be fair, you're not the weirdest looking mutant in the arc. There's plenty that are much worse.
Oh
So.
yeah, but it's still like it looks different from what he did before.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We should also point out that Rach is back on the camera.
Hi,
All the
Rach.
simps, yeah, all the simps can rejoice now. Hey.
So yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
There's no
That's
Leon
fine.
though.
I just disappeared, and then I was just like, I'm
I was
back
like,
now.
what's Minnie's hair? Why is her hair went incredibly black? Because his goggles and forehead. That's what
What would be the female? Sorry, what would be the female version of simp with male? Would it be simp? Simp?
You're asking the wrong guy, mate. I only learned the term simp recently, so.
Anywho.
What's that mean?
It's
Anywho.
just,
Aye.
oh yeah.
Anywho.
Off-stream chat.
Okay. Not important for this.
No, it's something that we will hopefully have to try and avoid you ever learning, Rachel. Right. So anyway, so yeah, Link's kind of helps you out. He gives you a water and a grub ration, but he says he expects 2 back because he doesn't give things away for free.
Capitalism, baby.
Yeah, the guy's not stupid. It's a loan.
Bogart is fine with this. Like,
he'd been more insulted if he did. He hadn't asked for that. And he also he gives a wee spray with his stuff, with his nice smelling deodorant, and then he goes off to round up some grunts, or at least talk to some grunts about your plan. But yeah, Mary, you're currently sleeping off. I'll say you've got about another couple hours to go before you wake up and you feel refreshed. Right, yeah. Belts are so hard to make.
Chance to nap on stream. Well,
I mean, there's some streams where people sleep. But anyway, so Flair and Ulf, you are heading towards the armory. Is there anywhere you'd like to drop by in the meantime, or are you heading straight there, or anything you want to talk about in character, or?
Yeah, as we're walking past, I'll go. Julie mentioned something about a stalker Red.
Do I know a stalker called Redley?
You do indeed, yeah. Stalker Red is a female stalker who you've worked with briefly. She's not connected to any group, but she's known to kind of take people out if they pay her, and she will, kind of. She doesn't go far, but she can get people places fairly safely. Yeah, you know her.
Stalker Red is nice lady. She is good.
That's probably for the best. Julie was telling us she might have information on these gangs.
We may have to pay her for the information, mind.
Probably the case, but yeah, I mean, well, I've got a couple of bullets if she's wanting some.
I think I have 2.
I'll give her some of mine. I'll give you some of mine, and you can use it to trade if there's information that she can give us.
You know that she's based out of the shipping containers as well, where Lynx and Bogart currently are. So yeah, but
should we go and find Hannibal or Stalker Red first then?
Well, if you go and get Stalker, what I'll do is I'll go and meet up with Howler and Murdoch. Just down and drink with them. We'll find out information. We'll come back and meet here tomorrow.
Yes, good idea.
Right, I'll catch you later. See you later, Heather.
Come on, little one.
Skipped along behind you. No, she's not skipping. She's looking very serious.
Yeah.
Constantly spinning her chain with a padlock in the end.
You will hit yourself with that if you're not careful. We've talked about this before. It got caught in your hair last time.
Okay. So she's gonna put it over there. Right, so yeah, she's got the you're walking towards. So we'll just take you first then. So yeah, you head up towards the kind of northeasterly part of the arc, and yeah, you see the shipping containers ahead. Just as you're walking up, you do actually bump into Bogart as well.
Hello.
What has happened? Who are you?
Oh, you may not recognize me, but I am Bogart. I traveled with you earlier. I have. So I put on a new deodorant. It makes me smell differently. That might be that's throwing you off.
Yes, I think that is definitely
his goggles up and he's like, I see you perfectly well.
Oh, you look very different than before. Not bad though, just different.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
I have never seen anybody look like a ladybug before.
Well, it's a new one that I seem to have gained.
Usually they are this size, not your size.
Well, we have snake people, lizard people, and like
It's true.
rock people.
We have everything now.
The one thing we didn't have was a ladybug, so I filled that market.
Well, looks great.
Why, thank you. I was a bit afraid that I might have looked a bit
As you're
silly.
saying that, like some pus does kind of explode out of his forehead and kind of like spray across.
You may want to clean that.
Oh.
His tongue comes out.
Oh, Jesus.
He then lays several hundred eggs. He doesn't do that. That's fine. So yeah, Heather turns around and goes, "What the fuck?"
This is Bogart, my friend. You saw him before. He just looks very different. See, look, same
Holy shit.
clothes, same voice.
She kind of like goes right up to you and kind of like
Oh,
pokes you like really slowly
Don't
in
be
the eye.
rude. Don't be
and
rude. He is a
that
friend.
one eye looks at his finger, the rest of them doesn't he?
Oh my god. So she's like, okay. It kind of looks like Brock now. And Brock, as you know, is the large insectoid guardian of the nursery. So he does
Sort
kind of
of.
like the insecty way, but Brock's got more arms.
I
Well,
can
more
see
hands.
the
I
sort of
have been
resemblance.
given more gifts. This comes with its advantages. It's apparently I have been rewarded.
Who we rewarded you? Was it Marks and Spencer's?
Oh, do you want to know more about my religion?
Oh my god.
No, that's okay. My girl Charlotte, she very good as well. She will be very good friend for you.
I would be very pleased to talk to her.
I will send her
I will set
one
up
day
a
soon
barbecue,
to.
and your sisters will be more than welcome.
That sounds lovely. I will make sure Ulf come as well.
That sounds good. And
Uncle Ulf always comes to
I
our
don't agree.
parties.
I'm sure he
Heather
will
kind of leans in
I
towards you.
actually have a proposition for him. I'm sure he'll be very interested in.
And also,
Oh
Greg,
my
because Greg is now. She looks at Heather. She is now your new auntie, by the way. You just
great.
have not met her yet.
Great, I may need use of your services soon.
Am I actually there? Am I still?
No.
You're still sleeping.
You're not
You're
there.
still
Oh,
sleeping.
sorry. I thought you were there. Sorry about that.
No,
Still
no,
asleep.
it's just
Right.
Heather
There we
and yeah, it's just
I'm
Heather
looking
and
for Gray as well. I may have need of her services soon.
Yes, Gray is now your auntie.
Heather kind of leans into you and says, "You told me to stay away from all the religious crazy bullshit."
I did, yes. However, your sister, she likes crazy bullshit religion, and who am I to stop her from following her heart? You, on the other hand, stay the fuck away from it, because we both know where your mind can take you, and it's not good.
Yeah, I'm pretty stupid.
Exactly.
I'm very
Listen,
impressionable.
You do not need to be intelligent. The
She is
smarter
okay,
people
she is
do the
okay.
thinking for
Let's,
you. It's okay. It's actually easier for you.
No.
Hey.
Let's leave.
This
We
is
have to go
specifically
find.
what you warned me about. Where you said when people say those kind of things, I have to go away from them. So
Yes,
let's go and
you
find
go now.
Red. And then you see
We
her
have
pull out a
to
pet.
see a friend.
She pulls out one of the flashcards you gave her, which says "Don't trust people." Okay,
Yes,
do that.
very good.
Excuse me, can
Very
I
good
see
girl.
that?
Nope.
just
Yeah,
want
she
to
won't give
see
it to
I
her.
can read too. I just want to know what the information is so important.
Yeah, in the front, and yeah, she flips the card around
I'm
and
going
just says,
to write
"Don't
out
trust."
the don't and hand it back to her.
Like,
My
I
girl
know.
is clever.
I
She
have
knows what
memorized
she's
all the
talking
cards.
about.
That's not what that wasn't there before. Then was it?
It
Manipulate
was.
roll, Scott.
God.
Don't manipulate,
He's about to get a new
manipulate.
mutation.
You get a success, so she's like, maybe
Oh.
it was there, but maybe it wasn't there. Maybe
No,
I
it
should
was not
trust
there.
people.
No, Heather, remember what I said. Look into your mother's eyes.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think what role you could also do a manipulate roll then, or a sense emotion if you want. You're gonna try and use your love for her.
We'll see which one's better.
Oh, wow.
But Scott's manipulate is so high.
Okay, they're both the same.
Oh,
Oh, sweet
two
Jesus.
ones.
Oh wow,
Listen,
she's not
I
listening
know
to
your-
her mum
You
today.
are
I know your
scared. You
mother.
actually are going to take some damage from this.
I know your
Oh,
mother.
come on.
Emotional damage.
Is that an empathy roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are genuinely scared. You take 2 losses to your empathy, and have you only got 2?
I don't know, probably. Empathy, yeah, I've only got 2.
You break down crying
I'm going
at the
to go.
fact that your daughter is
no.
going to like run off with this religious cult.
I'm going to like
Oh,
put my
wow.
hand on her
Don't take
shoulder,
my daughter away from me.
and I'm going to be like, "Don't worry. It's only
Bogart,
if
you were
she's
supposed to be my
interested in the
friend.
religion
What
thing."
are you doing?
I am going to use my. In fact, I've got my 2 mutation points, so I'm going to sink one in to heal her empathy a little bit.
What mutation are you using for that?
My actual psychic one.
All right, cool. That's fine. Okay, you get 1 back, Rachel. As you're doing that, Heather does hug you and says, "Mum, I'm not going anywhere."
Yeah,
You
it's
promise?
just a new perspective. She's not leaving you.
I can't lose my little girl.
You
I
won't
only
lose
have
her.
2 little
If
girls. I
anything-
don't like the rest of the children.
If anything, it's like she would be more successful. She will have
I don't think this
friends.
one would be
Why
successful
would
in
you-
the
why would you
religion
want
area.
friends for her?
She has friends. She has me, her sister, and Uncle Ulf.
That's family.
And
That's
Tigray.
not friends.
And now Auntie Grey, who she has not met yet, but will like her very much.
So you don't like Uncle Bogart then?
Oh no, she likes you a lot by the looks of it, but please don't take her into your religion and steal my girl, because that is not religious. That is something else.
It's a cult. It sounds like a cult. Remember those cults you talked about? That's what you said. You said don't join capitalism because it's a
sweetheart.
cult, and don't join the Church of the Golden Future because it's a cult. They're not religious. You
sweetheart,
said they're evil. Remember you said they're evil? You remember you said that he's really evil because all he wants to do is like follow gods that don't exist?
I did not say he was evil. I just
No, you
said I
did,
do
you
not
did.
believe. Sorry, Bogart. She has.
Bogart's just got to be sitting there, like standing, going there. I'm sorry you feel this way. Perhaps in future you will understand how the world works.
Bogart, I do not think you are a bad person. I think you're a lovely person. I just do not believe, and she is, very manipulative.
I
Easily
believe the word you're
manipulated.
looking for is gullible, but I've not seen this in her. She seems cheery and respectful.
Oh, we're going down a rabbit hole
This
here.
is getting weird now, right? Okay, so Heather,
She
do you
is
like,
not very respectful. She's very rude sometimes, actually, aren't you?
Mum, can we just go? This is boring.
Yes, let's go find the right.
Okay, she
Let's
starts
go.
skipping towards the containers.
Bogart, would you like to join us going to see Stalker Red?
Yes, I would like that very much.
Bogart, you do notice that she starts singing jingles to popular products of the day as she's skipping away.
Right. I am
Mentos
also
fresher,
going to be...
Mentos bitter.
What have you done to my girl?
Oh, it's a friendly song. worry about it.
Chanting,
Okay,
that's not a way to nibble people.
And I'll just take
as
a
you're
weird ladybug hand.
So as you are walking
Wow,
towards
there's-
the containers, you see a couple of stalkers outside, and one of them is Red. She is tall, she has long red hair, and she's wearing like a kind of camo jacket. She's got combats and combat boots and a scrap rifle behind her, beside her, and a kind of a large kind of combat knife or kind of scrap knife hanging by her side. And she is smoking a roll up or something. Something's on fire, and she's smoking it anyway.
Hey, that was mine. I gave it. You took it from me the other day, remember?
Takes a big, massive drag of it and just walks up to you and blows it in your face. Yep.
Red, you silly girl, and I just hug her.
No. Yeah, she like takes a hug and like holds you real tight.
Next
Strokes your
time,
hair.
you don't take that off me. You give it
Ah.
back. Well, you don't need to give it back. Just ask.
She kind of pulls out a pouch of tobacco and she kind of splits it and puts one in a small and kind of hands it to you with some like papers and stuff. You have some too.
Thank you very much.
The ancients believed that smokers were very cool.
Well,
She
I
And
think
looking
it's
right
pretty
at
cool.
her head, it's like just.
She looks at you. Hold on, I think some of you will actually know who the character I've used for that is, depending on what game she's played. She looks at you. It's like they were right. We are really cool. And then she flicks the cigarette. She flicks the cigarette right at you, Bogart.
He just like doesn't care. It's like
It's off his
this
bug
reminds
face.
me of an advertisement.
So yeah, she hawks like the Scot.
Oh no, don't! Oh, come on, Red. We've talked about this. It's very rude and disgusting.
Yeah, you need a spitting tray to spit into.
Yes, maybe a bucket to spit
What
into.
do you want?
Ah, yes. What do I want? We were told of a man called Hannibal who took another man into the scrapyard, and he
Rachel,
was
roll
called.
me a different. Roll me a check to remember what you were actually asked to come here for, because you have forgotten.
And Bogart does not know.
I have written stuff down, but my problem is I've only wrote we need to talk to Hannibal, and then underneath I've written Stalker Red, so I'm not actually sure.
That's all right. You were sent here, Rachel, to find out what she knew about the vehicle, the mutants or ghouls that were driving vehicles.
Oh,
I put the barn.
This is what happens when you stop for a 15-minute aside about capitalism and indoctrinating people into cults.
And or religion. Aye.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
need
it's
to
just
ask
like
about-
everybody was like feeling sorry for me at the start of the episode, and they're like, no, not anymore.
Red,
New
we need to
Bogart.
know about the vehicles that were being driven in the farmhouse.
Scott and Rachel, give me a sense of motion check.
Mine's not good.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah. Okay, you fail
Oh
again.
no!
I'm not going to make this one make you break this time. Don't worry about it.
I only have one dice for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
My emotion is.
D.
I got one. success.
Actually, no, I'm good at this. Because this is how the game works. This is the mechanics. This works. You see, Red, and you've never seen Red. She looks visibly scared, like there's some kind of trauma there that's like really, really scared her. And she kind of grabs on and digs into your shoulder. And in that moment, you're like, "Oh my god, what's happening to my friend?" And you feel it
What
as
is
well.
wrong? What is wrong?
She kind of like she looks back up and there's tears streaming down her face, and she sits down and she kind of covers her eyes with her hands, and she looks on and she says, "We don't want any part of this. We can't go against them. We need to be quiet and we need to stay away."
Who did this to you to make you so scared?
They didn't do it to me. I seen what they did though.
Oh,
There was about 4, 5, 10 of them. They had these really loud, crazy looking vehicles. Looked like they'd been thrown together in the dark.
were they like us? Or were they ghouls?
Couldn't tell. They were covered, they had armour on, they covered their faces, they had bandanas on.
Hmm.
But it was during the day, ghouls ghouls tend not to attack like this, not during the day. And it was
That is
ghouls that
true.
chased down. And then she stops. She goes silent. It was ghouls that they chased down, and they took them. Well, they took the little ones. They killed the big ones.
Oh,
They just ran them down. And then the ones that they were injured, they just hacked them to pieces. And then they threw the little ones in the big cage at the back of the vehicle, and then they went off.
do you know where they went? Or were you too
Yeah.
scared to find out?
I stayed hidden. I couldn't go after them. There's too many.
That's
Too
okay,
dangerous.
that's okay. Yes,
They headed south.
they headed south. Okay.
But yeah, we need to stay safe. We need to do something about it. We need to. I've not.
I will handle this with my friends, and you have no need to worry, okay?
Are you going to go against them?
I'm not sure, but I will definitely find something we can help with.
We
We will make sure that they can't hurt anybody.
We will handle this more intelligently. facing
Yes,
them
and we will
head-to-head
make
in the
sure they
beginning.
don't go anywhere near you, Red. I promise.
She stands
You
back
are
up
safe.
and she grabs you, and says, "I'll come with you when you go against them.
No need, Red.
I
No,
will
no,
come with
definitely
you
a
when you
need.
go
He is
against them,
very tough.
and I will
Okay,
kill
okay.
every fucking one of them."
Okay. I will let you know when
Uh,
we are going against them. I very much appreciate your help
We
and
need more.
knowledge, because you are very smart. Don't forget that.
We need
I'll
more.
give her a big hug before I leave and just go, be careful
She
and
can't.
make
She
sure to
breaks
stay
down
safe.
into it, and she kind of she hugs you back. She says, "You can't just go with this support. You need to take more. You need to be prepared.
Okay,
They are
I will. I
dangerous."
promise. I promise. How about that? I promise. You know I never break my promise.
She nods. I'll speak to the ones that will believe me and will come with us, and I'll see if I can get some more to help us.
Yes. You're the best. And I'll give her a kiss on the head, on the forehead, and then I'll leave.
Okay.
It was very nice to meet you.
But you've met her before. She lives in the same building as you. She's like, no, you. She looks. She's like, why are you looking all fucked up anyway?
Oh, it's a reward.
Flair cries, but Rachel does not.
Oh.
As much as I look strange, I have been given new gifts.
She says, yeah, mutations, they can hurt. And she pushes like a jug into your hand to take a swig of that.
Oh, thank you very much. And I kind of take a swig. I'm guessing it's water.
Nope.
Endure.
Endurance roll, please, mate. You've just taken a swig of some triple X moonshine.
That's okay.
What? Oh, you should not have taken a drink. That is a lot for your head.
Yeah, you. But yeah, you keep it down, mate. It burns. It is drinking petrol.
It almost runs as much as the mutation. Like just a little.
She looks impressed that you stayed up. She is like, well done. Takes it back off. She pushes it into Flair's hand. Take a swig. She
You
looks
know,
down.
if I pass out because of this, it's your fault. My little girl has to drag me home.
You sleep it off in the back. Do it.
Endure. Where is that?
It's
Oh,
at the top.
I got it.
Oh no!
Did I fail
Oh,
miserably?
You failed Rashal. Yeah, you just it burns and you take a hit to your strength, I believe.
Wow. Your rolls have been something rotten this this side of the game.
Yeah, I know, right?
You just sprays out you. Red just starts laughing at you. She takes off you and presses into Heather's hand. Swig.
Oh, not my girl. No, not my girl.
Right.
And I
Heather
push it
laughs
away.
and does that as quick as she possibly can.
Not my girl. You.
She doesn't fail. She's okay. She just does that and spits it out immediately. She
I
is
told
actually.
you, it does not taste nice, nor is it good for this.
Just to clarify, by the way, see how she talks to her girl Heather. Heather is 6'3", weighs about 230 pounds, and has got arms like men's thighs.
Yeah, we
she
should
is
also-
Yeah.
fucking massive. She's an
we should
enforcer.
also point.
Oh,
we
she
should
would be
also
a
point
very
out.
good enforcer.
Yeah, we should also point out we do not condone underage drinking.
No, we do
She's
not.
She's not a child.
21.
Rachel treats her as her child, but she's actually
Yeah.
she's like 18 or something, or 17.
We don't condone underage drinking or smoking, but if you do smoke, that is your prerogative.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's what I'm
Prerogative,
about.
there's a good one.
It's your life.
Hey,
You can
I
do
couldn't
what you
say
want to do.
the other word before, but I can say prerogative.
The more you know.
Knowing's half the battle.
So yeah, so Heather's like, yuck, yuck. Right, that's disgusting.
See,
is
next
this
time
bit-
you will just drink beer. Your Uncle Elf will show you beer. He likes it.
She nods. I've had beer. Okay, so she looks at you. Mum, where are you going? But
Well, now we have to go and well, we're meeting Uncle Elf tomorrow. I think he said tomorrow. I'm pretty sure he said tomorrow. So we will go home and have a sleep, and then tomorrow I will take you and Charlotte to see Uncle Elf, and we have some conversations to be had.
Okay. So yeah, you strike it, then you can head back to the nursery. Red actually says, yeah, I'll come with you. I could use the company. And yeah, Red's
Come
gonna
on.
come back to the nursery. Scott, where do you want to go?
stay here.
Yeah.
You are not welcome in the nursery because you look very scary, and also Brock will not let you pass this threshold. He doesn't like men being in there unless they're just young boys.
Wasn't like males that don't live in the nursery already is what she meant by that statement
I
there. Just to
know what you
clarify,
meant.
Brock is the protector of the nursery. He looks after the people that live in it.
How did it
Some of
sound?
them are young lads, and some of them are young lads. He only likes young boys in the nursery. It's like, hey man.
Oh,
Canon-
right.
canon
That's
that-
not what I meant, guys. I just meant only young boys are allowed in
There
the
are
nursery
no
because
children
they
in
are
this
young
game.
boys
The
who
boys
live
that
there.
live
So we
there,
do know
yeah,
what
exactly.
you meant,
Yes.
but it did
I-
come off bad.
Canon.
I did not mean that. He
He's
is
7
he
foot
is
tall,
not.
4-armed insectoid
He
man.
is a good person.
Brock
Yeah,
is a
of course
good
he
dude who defends
I
the
did
little ones.
not mean the way it
No,
came out.
it's okay. I have business to deal with.
So while you're doing that, that's fine.
I will
So
go
we'll go over.
to the place that I go to do my thing to get some food and water for the
Oh, right.
barbecue
Well, we're going to
tomorrow.
come back and do your rules in a minute, but we're going to quickly go over to Ulf, who is going to be talking to some grunts that he has found. I was at Murdoch and Howler that you were looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'll say is you approach the armory, and as usual, like there's the kind of enforcers of they're like standing by the door with like the scrap rifles over their shoulders or their axes, and there's people within. But the grunts are, as always, kind of doing the monkey work around the place, like you're fixing things, they're tidying up the place in general, they're just kind of like keeping people away. They're building like almost like sandbags around it. They're just kind of like just a little defensive wall. They're not doing a particularly good job because they don't have the materials, but like they're trying. They're building some foundations and whatnot. But yeah, they're digging away and they see you approaching, and I'll say it's Howler. He kind of like stops. He puts his hands on top of his shovel. Ulf,
Howler, how you doing?
work.
Oh, fair enough. You fancy a drink?
Not gonna say no.
Okay.
Taking break, and he just looks over to Murdoch. Will say, "I'm on break," and he just goes off with you.
Murdoch, you fancy a drink?
One of us bit a man, the old mate, is looks over and you see the enforcers looking at it. He goes, I'm on break. Howler will look after the old. Or Murdoch. Which one I said? He's Howler. Other guy's Murdoch.
Yeah.
That's going to get very confusing. Howler. So yeah, give it 5 and we'll see if he can sneak off as well.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Go up and get a drink.
Yeah, I'll say that you managed on the way in. You managed to kind of like swipe somebody's moonshine or something. So yeah, you just kind of like hand him it. He just takes a chug, but he's actually I'll say he takes a sip because he's not stupid. He's had this before.
I'll do the same.
Yeah, like this is disgusting. Yeah, but a few in, you can feel the warmth in your chest spreading and your mind kind of fogging up a little bit. Because I found that kind of shaded bit.
Same.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's like a ruined building not too far with a bit of shade in it, and like there's a couple of back. It looks like the kind of place they go to take their breaks. Yeah, they take a seat.
Aye, so I'll do obviously while we're having a drink. I'll just bring up stories of what's happened, and oh, aye, shit happens. Then I'll casually slip it in, casually casually slip it in. Yeah. So yeah, I heard it. I was hearing rumors about a scrapyard somewhere around about here. You know anything about that?
Don't tell me nothing of. There's they bring scrap in to take scrap out. They don't really tell me much on bottom of the totem pole. I know that they took the boy Spandex, Spanky,
Spanner?
Spanner. Yeah. They took a Spanner out a week, 10 days, something like that ago. He didn't come back though.
Yeah.
It's a shame. He's a good lad. I liked him, but
Did you not go out with him?
nah, they don't take me out. No, they send the big boys out. That sounds dangerous, mate. I'm a grunt. I'm not a stalker. I'm not an enforcer. I don't want to go out there. I'll help you. This is with my place. We're not all brave like you are, mate. Some of us just want to do a job and get some grub. Hannibal, he's a dickhead, but he fights us and he keeps us in water. And if anyone fucks with me, he sends one of the lads round and cracks their heads open.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Like,
Yeah.
But you don't know. So they went out. Do you know? Didn't hear anything other than that. Just where they were, whereabouts it was, maybe.
Takes another drink. Right. Okay, let me just think. I think. What did they say? They said it was going to be. But it's funny you mention it because they said the talk was it was a few days away, but didn't take much grub with them. And shame thinking back. Nah, think about it. They only took grub for themselves. I remember because I was counting the grub that day because he'd ordered an inventory. He wanted to know how much was there. And when I went and checked on it the next day, it was only down like the normal day's ration. So if they were going on a long expedition, I mean, they came back the next day, said they were attacked, and Spanner was killed. But they only took enough food out to go for one day anyway. Seemed kind of like as he's pondering, like, that is weird. Why would that have happened? Yeah.
Maybe Spanner had some food with him.
But maybe they did. Maybe they did. Maybe they bought some food on the way out. Now I think about it. I mean, they don't have to take it from the stores. Unusual, though. They usually do. Usually they send folk out and they store it downstairs.
But you reckon it's a couple of days out?
Well, that's what they said. They said it was a few days southeast of here, something like that.
And a few days southeast, and they were out for like 7-8 days?
No, they were only out for a day. That's what I'm saying. They went out and they came back the next day. They said they got attacked and then they came back the next day. But they didn't take enough food. I never really thought to question it. I mean, I question the boss man. Maybe they planted some out before. That's be weird. But I mean, it's not unthinkable. I mean, you can hunt in the zone. There's grazers out that way. Maybe somebody they were going to plan on killing them and just taking the food off them. Maybe they wanted to travel away. I don't know.
Yeah, makes sense. It's probably for the best.
It's not a drink.
Yes, good catching up with you, man.
Yeah.
How you been?
Not too bad. Lost my finger. Shows up. Yeah, he's missing his this thing, the index finger. Yeah. Crate fell. Just took the fucking thing straight off. Just rubbed some dirt on it. I was all right. Yeah, I thought it might grow back, but it didn't. So.
What'd you do with the finger?
I ate it. What else would I do with it?
Oh, that's fair play.
I cooked it. It was bony. It wasn't very nice. I don't recommend it. I've heard some people do cannibalism, but nah, not for me. I figured it was okay because it was mine. Yeah. I made a little necklace out of it, and he showed you some finger bones and a little necklace he's got.
That's quite nice.
I thought so. I think it makes me look tough.
They're not going to know whose finger that is.
Yeah, until they notice I'm missing one, but yeah.
Well, he's covering it up, right?
So what happened on your journey to the Pure Plant? Did you find much? Any good loot?
No, it wasn't that much. It was just basically going up there and making sure everything was fixed, but came across a couple of ghouls, handled them, they were alright.
I heard you fought some big creatures as well. They were talking about a trash swarm or something. Or
Yeah,
worm
it was something like that. But I'm with Flair. When I'm around Flair, we're pretty much solid together. We just make sure that everything's dealt with. She
Yeah.
just went and burned that motherfucker down.
Yeah. Stalkers are tough as fuck, man.
Hell
Good
yeah, that's
job
why
you're
I
out with
hang
a good
around.
team.
Oh, I go well as long as I got Flair. Me and Flair are the good team, so we'll make sure we're all riding together.
I was going to say, the reason I ask is because the boss is looking for batteries.
Right.
If he's come across any, he's been going on about it for months now. But I thought that's what they were going to that scrapyard for. But then they came back real quick. But yeah, if he's come across any batteries, just he'll give you good bullets for it. He says he'll even let somebody does it into the unit, and he's not letting anyone in for a while now. So it might be nice for you to have at least a home base. You could probably work out the armory if he's bringing back something.
That's fair enough. So battery, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you work with that gearhead. I'm sure she'll know more about them than that. But yeah, bring him back a battery. He'll sort you out with something.
We've been trying to get the batteries off of Gray if that's the case. Should be trying to use it for other stuff. But yeah, if I can get one spare, then we'll probably do something, yeah.
Yeah. All right, man, I best get back.
Yeah,
Work.
man. Good talking to you.
Okay, punches you in the shoulder. And then
Well, I'll punch him back in the shoulder. I don't mean to
yeah,
accidentally hurt him though, but because
yeah,
I'm probably
he's
stronger than
just,
him. Yeah.
I think he's very good standard stats, so you probably are stronger than him,
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, he heads back over.
Gonna sense motive on that conversation just to see if he was being honest about the conversation as I
Give
think
me
over it.
a sense emotion or anything that's appropriate to that, mate.
Yeah, I'll take the sense of motion I'm not very good at. However, I do have a success I can put into this, so I'll put a success already over into this and just take whatever else I get.
Cool.
By the way, Lee, the girls speak the same way I do, so you're going to have to do some
The
sort of
Russian accent.
It's me, Jester. I was actually going to start doing the Jester voice, but I wasn't sure if you
Well,
wanted.
whatever
My
mine
name is
sounds like
Jester.
to you, try to do that.
I
My
Because I
want
don't know what mine
Jester.
actually sounds like.
It's a me,
I'm
Heather.
having fun.
It's Heather.
So
I
I
like
get
to clip with
one.
my big chain.
So I get one
Starts to
success
notice
with
one of the
the.
daughters talking with a list.
Yeah. Oh my god, you
Yeah.
have to start speaking like Scott, and she starts talking about like brands quite a lot. With your one
Suddenly I'm
success, mate.
setting fire.
He didn't seem to know any more than he got, but there's something's changed recently that he's maybe not alluded to. There was definitely something he's deliberately not talking about. And it seemed like it wasn't so much that he didn't want to tell you, it was more like he's worried what would happen to him if he told you. He's on a good thing and he doesn't want the good thing to be over by being a blabbermouth. Right?
Okay. Well, I'll head back. I'll do my pre-evening workout, and then I'll go to bed and sleep.
Cool.
Alone.
Right.
All alone again.
Alone. Weirdly, even more alone than usual. It doesn't even make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Just like, oh my god, I'm so lonely. At this point, Gray, you wake up and Dax is just kind of sitting by the bed, and as you wake up and your empathy is returned to full, she hands you a freshly made belt.
Yay, belt.
I did it.
Like
I did it in my sleep.
Clasping mechanism was on backwards. Easy mistake to make.
Yeah.
You've done quite a lot of work that day. You probably just didn't notice it. But yeah. But yeah, I put some duct tape in it for you, a measuring tape, and some spanners, and some sort of chisel.
Oops.
So,
I'll drop my pen. Excuse me.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Probably just ask where everyone else went.
Oh, your friends. Ulf, I think he went to the armory with Flair. That was the last place he said they were going when they left here. I don't know what happened to Bogart. I think he went off. I think he went home after the square. That's what people are saying anyway. But he did say something to people about going to sing for the supper, so he might be at one of the fire barrels. And there's 4 locations where the kind of people congregate at night, and various chroniclers go to each one and like tell stories of the old world and sing and do poetry and that kind of stuff. So you're gonna head off to any of them, or you can go back to your own residence.
Probably want to visit my own place because I haven't
Okay.
been there in a while.
Yeah, and what is your place? Have we ever been to your place in this? I think we were there the first episode that wasn't streamed.
I don't even remember what I said. But I'm gonna say that it is sort of like a lean-to.
Mhm.
But it's sort of made of various different pieces of stuff. Like there's
Yeah.
bits of old plastic for the roof and anything that I've managed to sort of wedge in there and make work, and
Yeah.
it's a bit ramshackle, but it's not gonna fall down soon.
What I'll say then is it is yeah, exactly. So there was a collapsed building. You can't manage to clear up enough of it and put the kind of tarpaulin over it and kind of like patch up enough. So it's basically part of a building you've kind of made homely. It is small. Everyone who has a home in Ark has a small home because big homes encourage people to come around and see what you have in your big home. So most places are almost like not so much hidden, but like the reason you make them crappy is because you don't want people trying to come and take your stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, you managed to get back in there. Like the tools you'd kind of hidden underneath various things, the bits of scrap you managed to hide under places is all still there. Nobody's been through it. But yeah, you arrive back. What I'll say though is as you're walking to your home, you walk by one of the fire barrels where you see Bogart, who has went to sing for the supper. So Scott, would you like to do this?
Don't stop believing. Hold on to the feeling.
Oh, of course, because he's a buzzy bee man, isn't he?
Oh no.
Right, so Bogart is telling the epic tale of moving from the Ark, going to the Loch, and then all the various locations and things that you've done on the way.
God inspired them at moments, and
absolutely how he found temples to the old gods in the ruins of New Lanark, and he would often see signs that told him. He talks of the Ghoul Fort. He strategically leaves all the bits where he's got your ass kicked and almost blown up and things.
Yeah.
Talks about the toilet.
Talked about how strong Ulf was and how much he carried, and talked about Blair setting fire to the worms, and talked about the tactical that actually worked because she disguised the dog cleverly, and the dog managed to stay in the area. And
I'm sort of staring at him and going,
yeah, you won't recognise.
You can join in the story too.
have you done something with your hair?
I got new eye. Just take something off.
The eye shop. Right, Scott. What I'll say is that you've got a talent called Inspire, I believe.
Yeah.
Roll that bad boy, and let's see if people are going to give you food.
All the ones, please. This would be if there was any.
I want them to do really well.
Yeah, same.
Right.
Just because I want them to be able to eat.
So that's one success, which means I roll a 1d6, and that's what I get in. I'm going to choose food.
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Let's hope that I get something good for d6.
Could you not get water just from the Ark?
Just
go get some.
Yeah, your choices for water in the Ark is either you walk your ass to the loch and get water, or you buy water that people have brought back from the loch. So it's cheaper just to walk there, but there's also the danger of you might get mauled by the creatures that live in the zone. So going as one person is probably dangerous, but yeah, if you don't want to go, you could do that. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Scott, yeah, people cheer and they clap. Yeah, the heroes of the Ark, you returned the water bringers. Yeah. They throw food at you, so you get like smacked with a can, but like in a nice way. You're like, fuck that, thanks.
Tom, my favourite.
But yeah, they go up and like they clap you on the back. They're really impressed. Some of the chroniclers come over to you and say, "We're impressed by the way that you've told this story." And you've seen they've taken notes the whole way down. And then one kind of leans is like, "If you could give us a real story at some point as well, that'd be really good."
Of course.
But like that was very impressive story.
I kind of like hand them out a note, and it's like that's what actually happened.
They lived in like yeah, so that was what we'd expect. Yeah.
Yes,
The two bear traps at
I'm
lunch.
not
Yep.
talking about that.
Yeah, it detracts from the story. No one wants to hear about the time that you like got caught in barbed wire and almost pulled all like your veins out. That's pretty horrible. So yeah.
Good God.
Oh, because I become more of the hero in that story. Jesus.
That's
yeah,
actually true, yeah. You would be more
I-
the hero.
I was going to say though, in the actual paper one you are, but because we don't fuck up as much, you've not saved people as much in the story.
Aye,
The true life account, it's just Ulf going from one fire to a next, putting it out.
Because in the actual original story, you look good.
Yeah.
In the one book.
Definitely.
You can't have the grunts looking good.
Oh no,
It's all about spinning it. And what I'll say is that you all get a good night's rest. You can all return to your various abodes, and we will call it there for this evening. So thank you very much. However, we should deal out some XP.
Yeah, we should.
Yay! Do you want to do that off stream or?
Yeah, we can do it on stream.
Yeah.
Rachel, have you got a few minutes, or do you want to do it off
Yeah,
stream?
I've got a few minutes, don't you worry.
Right, cool. Let's see if I did remember. I did. Okay. Did you participate in the session, everyone? Yes, she's did. So
Yes,
everyone that
I
turned
did.
up gets an XP.
Huzzah!
Okay.
Did you perform a day's work for a project in the Ark? No, yous didn't. Because yous are talking about it, but yous haven't done it yet.
Yes.
I will find some exciting things for you to do for next week, guys. Did you explore? Nope, you did not. Did you sacrifice? No, you did. Yeah, well,
I explored,
what did you explore?
and I realised you were going to say out of the ark, so doesn't matter.
Did you risk or sacrifice something for the NPC you want to keep safe? Nope.
I'm not sure.
Did you sacrifice or risk something to mess with the NPC you hate? No. Scott got a point for that last week because he tried and failed.
Yeah.
Did you sacrifice or risk something to reach your big dream? No, you didn't.
I did.
But what I'll say,
I failed.
I risked.
Right,
Sorry,
Rachel, go first.
Scott, go first.
Okay.
Obviously, actually confronting her to try and ruin her religion would be part of my goal.
Did I give you that last? I thought I gave you that last week, though.
No, I know that one.
Oh, okay, cool. In that case, yeah. What we say is everyone take an extra XP just because, we're streaming and it's fun. And it wasn't a lot of opportunity to do those things this week, so, everyone take the one for turning up and an extra one for just being fun.
Quick question. See if you were changing into a different one, how does that work in Mutant? Because I remember you said something about that.
Basically, you can become a second, you can basically multi-class, and you just take on the skill of that class. Like, so everyone's got like jury rigs for gearheads, shake-offs for grunts. I think Rachel's got, is it know the zone or find the path?
Yeah.
Find the path, yes.
So basically, you can just take on that second attribute and just put a skill point into it and become that thing.
Okay.
We'll talk about that a bit more off stream, Scott, if you want to do something like that. Okay, mate?
I feel like just try to know just in case.
No, it could be quite fun because I know at some point, if you do start hiring people, one of you, if you chose to, could become a boss.
Well, that was what I was hoping to do.
Right. And I've not got a problem with that, but it just basically means that you've got to have like several NPCs with you all the time. And I have got to do 4 voices or 4 characters, which seems like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But if you want to, we can talk about it.
That would be fun.
It does sound like it could be. It's because the world's so brutal. And then the good thing is, see if one of you dies, you can then just take on the NPC as your character if you chose to.
Yeah.
Scott,
our boss, right?
Right. So what I'd say is, who's not rolled a lot tonight? I was going to say Mary, but she rolled earlier. So Scott, roll me a d6 minus 2. As you lie sleeping, there is a indeterminate amount of unnamed NPC characters who are travelling out with the Ark. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say there is 5 unnamed NPCs who I will name by next week who are travelling out with the Ark.
Okay.
Okay. You rolled a 1.
Yep,
Okay.
minus the 2.
So, minus 1. So another NPC
Someone
joins it. No.
is born. I know that can't happen, but
That actually works quite well. Okay, so the group are travelling out with the Ark and they hear a loud noise. And at first they think it's thunder, but it's getting closer and closer and closer. And they turn around and these lights flash on these bright headlights. and the mutants turn around, they ready their weapons, and then the lights rush towards him, and it cuts to black. So something has
It's
happened
them
to some people.
guys. It's them guys in the trucks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit.
And
Well,
next
I
week,
hope Red wasn't there.
well, this is some distance from the arc, so this is going to be. I'm actually going to have it be one of the teams I named earlier on.
Nice.
Yeah.
We
I'll fix
actually
together
not
did
the news.
encounter some stalkers, we just didn't realise they were stalkers.
How many people have died
Until we
this
got back.
turn?
Well, that's what we're rolling for there, and I'm not going to. Well, Scott rolled a 1 -2, so nobody
Minus
has
one.
died. So,
Is there
so one
another
person's
life?
came back to life. No.
There's a child.
The golden child. Oh no!
Oh no.
That's a whole
That's-
different storyline that's not going to happen for a
I know.
while.
I've got.
That would be funny.
Can
One
I?
of my
Scott
girls is
rolled the
pregnant.
golden child into existence.
It's all look up and a golden light shines in the sky and then slowly comes towards the center of the arc, and there's a child. And it gets up and says, "Fuck you, bitches."
I'm going to say
Speaks.
something though. I'm not 100. I don't know what actually happened, but I'm going to make a call about this golden child. I'm betting it's a robot. It's C3PO.
Interesting. Unbelievably wrong, but interesting.
The
Okay,
golden
cool.
child's just like not a white person.
Yeah.
To say, I mean, have none of you seen the Eddie Murphy movie? Right? I mean, did I name
Yes,
this
I've-
thing
I've
poorly?
seen, yeah. That's what I
seen
said the first time you said it, and no one listened.
Sorry,
No, I
Mary.
did. I heard you.
When did you say that? Was that the first time today or first time previously?
No, the first time
First
I
session.
ever heard you say that.
Ah. Okay, I mean, that was a long time ago. I drink a lot, okay? Like, so. But, I stole the name. It's going to be something different, but I've got to do a whole bunch of stuff first. I'm not just going to have it just turn up. It's going to be like, if we keep playing, it'll be a future plot point. Actually, I need to start
Anyhow.
writing stuff down. Anyway, off stream. Right, Mary, have you got anything to plug? Plug all the stuff you've done today.
I draw things and make graphic stuff for things.
She's the
Yes.
best. Hire her, or I will find you and not
look
do anything.
Buffgar.com, you'll see some things I make, so you can
Absolutely, yeah.
contact
No,
me
If
that's
there.
it.
you follow the Sanity stream, I think we've got a lot of stuff in our link tree now. Richard, have you got anything you want to plug? Do you do anything?
Yeah, I am plugging D&D, my D&D game tomorrow. Hey,
Ooh, as D&D
Yeah.
Valorium,
Very excited.
yes.
Holy
We'll see
shit,
what
things are
happens
happening
after
tomorrow.
Such a good game.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens after the puzzle bearers
My
get
new
caught up in a
character
little
has
bit of a thing.
arrived.
Yes.
After a very emotional moment, our new
Yes.
character arrived, and then we're like, shit's getting real. Anything else you want to plug? Do you work somewhere that you want to say come and buy things? I don't know.
No, because
That's fine.
you know, I'm not allowed
Legality.
to plug that kind of thing for legalities and that. But hey,
Cool.
I'm going to see
Rachel?
about starting my.
I'm going to plug you guys because you're all amazing.
Oh, look at you!
But other than that, got nothing.
I'm gonna plug-
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to plug Rachel then, if that's the case. You should be simping over her. Look at her.
You don't plug means stab somebody in Scotland, yeah? So just to clarify, we just plugging people's like, I mean,
Oh god,
stab.
okay, don't stab anyone.
Yeah.
Don't stab
Well,
our friends.
Be kind and give them things, right? So Richard, you had nothing else to promote. Scott, have you got anything you want to promote? Your own channel, for example.
If anyone's listening that hasn't, please follow. And if you're watching on
Yeah.
YouTube, like, subscribe. I would like to thank Ellie James,
Yes.
Kev Logic, Overlord Phone.
Thanks, guys.
And Wilder Realms for the recent follows. And I love all you guys. And I shall catch
Love you
you guys tomorrow. Plus Jamie the Piper, or whatever your name
Jamesy.
is. On this.
Sally will be with us tomorrow as well. Leon will be with us tomorrow as well. Even though we probably forget that we stream on Tuesdays.
I won't be. Well, I'll be in the. I'll
He's
be in
very
the
good
chat.
at
I
that.
won't
Mary
be.
will
Yeah.
be moderating chat
Mary
tomorrow.
will be taking care of our speakers.
Mhm.
Be poking
And we will give
anyone
you a
who's, like,
shout out.
saying bad
We will
things.
give you a shout out as well. At the
Yeah,
beginning
Dave.
and at the
Oh,
end.
thank you.
David will be on chat as well. David will be in the game as well.
Yes,
because he
David
was
will be
a
here.
fantastic bard.
I
So,
will,
Janice?
I will also point out that Bogart is a character that I have designed to be exactly what I hate. Just in case you think that I actually think like this.
Just to clarify, every time Scott plays a character, he plays the opposite of who he is as a human being.
Yeah, he
All
hates
of his
himself.
characters are
He
dicks.
hates himself.
Right,
Yeah.
but in real life, Scott's a wonderful human being, but he insists,
Yeah,
like,
he
no,
is.
I'm going to play this awful man. It's like, oh, man.
He's
Come on.
not
Well, it
awful
gets out
in
your
real
system,
life,
doesn't
not
it?
at all.
Yeah.
But if you play
Stop
nice
that
guy and
awful
this is
man.
boring, everybody plays the good guy.
Mm.
Right, okay, shall we just do our
I don't.
goodbyes and we'll sign off? Right,
Yeah,
thank you very much for anyone
Thanks,
that watched.
everyone.
Love you all very much.
Bye.
Bye.